Okay, I'm actually here, y'all. We are probably gonna start a little early. Welcome in, everybody. Hey, Sen, how's it going? Real quick. Just gonna say hi to everyone real quick. Grackle in with the first. Ergi, welcome in. Taylor, you got this. Sen, welcome in. Testy. Kuyamaya Stupa. Chodle. Okay, I did change my mind. I wasn't gonna stream. But then the way Rezi was like, you know, so what I'm gonna do is actually do this. Let me see how that works. Guest streaming together. Would this work?
I click onto Nick's stream for 5 seconds and just starts screaming. Oh, good shit.
You're a psychopath, Mr. Sunday.
Let's assume I was a psychopath, and I'm not, okay? Somebody saying these things would be enough to deter me. Let's assume I was a psychopath.
You see the request? Wait, what request?
Beans, what request? Wait, what request? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
Am I stupid? Did I miss something? Am I dumb?
I'm trying to do the Twitch knocking thing.
Did I? Did we?
Do we have it? Oh, you knocked with the Twitch thing. No, I don't have that.
Oh, you don't have that?
Just call me on Discord.
Oh my god, what a piece of shit.
Oh my god. Why would you just call me on Discord, Beans?
Like, what is your major malfunction?
I'm assuming y'all can hear him mauling.
Alright. I wanted to share chats. Beans, you use Stream Social Stream Ninja, the pop-out one, right? You use that. You use this. Add my Twitch and my @YouTube. Just add new.
Oh hell yeah!
If you
Okay.
want to combine our chats. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. If you guys want somebody that's gonna give a shit about you during this, that's Ice Beans. All right. I don't know how to do the Twitch feature thing. Like, where would I go for that? Let's take a look. Fuck it. You know what? Let's figure out about the Twitch feature thing. Why not? Okay, why not?
Okay.
Where do I go?
While he figures that out.
All right.
Okay.
Add your viewer numbers together.
So here's what we're gonna do. So today we're doing. Wait, I need to mute him. Okay. This is a panel that I'm gonna go on. Okay. It's called Raging Tomato. Here's what it's called. It's called the Raging Tomato. Okay. And they've invited me. They've used this very funny picture of me. Okay. I'm actually gonna be on screen, so I'm probably not gonna be like, I'm probably gonna use this panel so that, you know, we don't have like two me's on screen. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay. The moon isn't real? Sure. Let's see what he's saying.
Prove the moon is real, let alone round, let alone landed on. Don't need to prove that it's round. I can prove that it's real, and I can prove it's landed on. All right, I don't.
The flag moving. You know, I looked into that. It was so funny. It was so funny that like when I looked into that stupid thing, the you know, the flag isn't moving thing, and it ended up being some dipshit thing about how it was just like because the people were waving it around, and that's literally why the flag was moving. It wasn't like there was win or there wasn't win. It was like literally that it was just the people fucking waving it around. I don't know if I can watch this, to be honest. The question alone triggers me. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. With everything that's else that's been going on, like today especially, I think I need something. I needed something. Okay, all this time it's been the Destiny drama that's been, you know, keeping me sane, and you know, now it's gonna be this, right? Okay. 8:55. I guess we have to get in here anyways. Let me just get into the thing. It is going to be the case. I'm not going to be responding to chat a whole lot. I would appreciate links for, you know, help. Anything. I will be looking at chat, right? I just will be... We'll see. Welcome in, long-legged Homo sapien. How you doing? Okay, I don't think Rezi's gonna accept this shared chat thing. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It would be way more fun to sabotage you. No, these people are actually, like, stupid as shit, okay? Hey, totally. Thanks for the 30 bits. Continue as ice beans. Entering the studio. Start virtual camera. Ayo. Ice beans. Okay. We're backstage. Oh wait, I can join the stream? Oh hell yeah, let's go. Okay, I think this actually works. I'm just gonna mute myself though, because I'll see you in the panel.
Could you prove to me that we don't live in a treatment show? Ask experience and the moon itself is actually real. I feel at that point we're just alien TV.
Okay. Cancel their request to join. No, he's in the call thing. Is it a shared chat now? I can't tell. Host can enable shared chat.
I can dismiss your claim because your claim is without evidence and is merely a dumbass. Can you enable shared chat? I don't fucking know, Beans. Okay, I've been trying. Okay, I don't know.
Why is it telling me?
It doesn't seem to.
I can hear you now.
Whatever.
So you...
Oh my god, why can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Okay, well that's deranged and terrifying.
Well, I mean, we'll probably have to mute each other. We'll probably have to mute each other, okay?
Yeah, in the thing? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now I get to see all your chat too? Testy.
Yes.
Oh, good afternoon, Mom.
Hello, Resistan. Okay.
You, sweetheart?
I'm doing terrible, but I'll tell you about it afterwards.
What are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. But also, if I talk about it, I will like break down. So like, let's get through the panel,
okay,
and then
cool.
I'll tell you about it afterwards.
Yeah, all right, sounds good. Cool, great. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh. Wait, does this mean like people in your chat can mod action my chat or no?
Good question.
Grackle, timeout, Testy Johnson.
No, don't do that. No, Testy.
Be smart. Think it through.
No, Testy's also a mod. Testy's also a mod.
Believe in me. What?
Testy's a mod.
I know. Okay, but he's not a mod in my chat.
Oh, that's true. It doesn't work. I just tried. Okay. No, it doesn't look like your mods can affect.
Chodele was able to delete a Resi chat. Chodele abuses his modship constantly.
God damn.
I wouldn't trust him. Okay.
Also, did you by chance get a chance to look at the that guy that I sent you? He's the
Zane, good afternoon, love you.
he's the Jim Bob. I mean, I didn't take a look at the other guy at all.
I've seen, so when I went on Sears before, and it was just a general conspiracy thing. I've already argued with Flow State a little bit, right?
Oh, okay, that's good.
But not like a full-on get into it thing. It was mostly, I was doing the call-in for like a half an hour. And
Okay.
like the thing is, the actual formal debate, like initial debate of this is only like a half hour to 45 minutes, and then we just take callers and stuff. So
Yeah.
most of the time we're going to be just kind of vibing and chilling and shit.
Okay. Well, we'll see. I tried to prepare a little bit, but I'm gonna be honest. I haven't been able to prepare. I didn't do as much research as I would have liked. So I am gonna be leaning on your understanding a little bit, and on chat, and on
Yeah,
me
you're fine.
looking shit up. But yeah, it just
You're fine.
It just seems
By all
like
means.
it really. My position is really that the claims are very silly, and are easily debunked. They don't really seem to have much of a leg to stand on, and it just seems to be reliant on like general conspiratorial thinking of like distrust in NASA and everything else, and
Nice.
not much beyond
Good.
that.
You do the distrust shit, because like I don't like doing the distrust the government shit. It doesn't really work well for me, because my whole thing is being like hyper analytic, so you only trust evidence.
Right.
And like ultimately, I think you could probably make the argument that the main part of this is to get people to become distrustworthy of their governments.
Yes.
In order to foist, dissidence between the rebels, if you will.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you want to go on that lens, that would be way better. I am not good on the
no,
social
I am.
lens of this.
I'm. That's gonna be my position, but in general,
Okay,
though,
cool,
it's
great.
it's not gonna like
I have
it's
all
weird
the
because
nitpicky
it's
science bullshit.
That's fine,
and
though. I'm okay.
I will also be an asshole, so you don't even. I'm gonna
I
gonna
mean,
be referring to. So I
Yeah.
found out today that one of the reasons why the film thing doesn't work is because of beta particles, and beta particles have like really low penetrative energy. Just
Okay.
like beta streamers are very unlikely to go ahead and continue to keep their careers after they leak a bunch of nudes and shit.
well, the thing.
So yeah, everything I'm going to be saying is also going to be a Destiny reference. Just so we're clear. All right.
Good cop, bad cop. It is absolutely gonna be, but good cop, bad cop, totally.
I am just so yeah, it's going to be good cop, bad cop. Well, it's going to be good cop, psycho cop. All right. That's the difference. Okay. So, yeah.
Exotic
Yeah.
particles, yeah.
Yeah. So. God damn it, Chai! Why do you keep sending me these pictures? This is obviously photoshopped.
Rezi already
Did he
lost.
send you this, Chai? Bro. So yeah, what did you think of my leak coverage earlier?
It was pretty good. I'm gonna be
I'm
honest.
so tired.
I don't even know how you're awake right now.
Oh yeah, I mean, I got 3 hours of sleep last night. Well, we went offline at like 3 or something like that. I got 3 hours of sleep. I'm doing great.
Right.
I guess now, like, Sunday is taking a lot of flack from a lot of people, so...
Oh,
that's
really?
a
Why?
thing.
Why?
Diorio's calling him a sociopath. No.
Because of the because he recorded the thing? Is that why?
I think it's because he blamed Pixie for what it's worth, right? I
Oh,
think that's,
yeah.
like,
Okay.
kind of part of it. Yeah,
that's
it's
fair.
just like, I don't know. I didn't agree with it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, he can defend his own positions on that.
Yeah. Sure.
I'll argue with him against it, because I think it is like kind of a stupid thing to go off of, So I don't know what
I think
she's
it's
gonna
I
say.
think it's
She
silly.
knows,
I think it's silly to like. I don't know. I don't know if like making Pixie the bad guy is like what you want. You know what I mean? If anything,
Yeah,
I would have
I
just
mean,
kept it. I
here's
would have
the
just kept
thing.
it to. I would have just kept it to like the moral.
So like, I'm in
moral
between.
parts.
I think Sunday and Beckett both released videos. I think Beckett's was better than Sunday's. If I'm gonna be honest, like I just think it was better. I think it was more neutral feeling. You know, you know, like I don't know how Sunday's vids are doing. He has way more, and like Sunday did just leak on a fucking shitload of people, which, you know, for what's worth, it does seem that like Nick.
Also, thank you so much for the follow, Fancy Philip Flop. That's such a great name.
That was gonna happen, which is why he also recorded it, right?
Yeah.
But just to be clear, I think even if we're gonna look at, you know, the Destiny thing, like Beckett's video is doing really well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that together it's you know, just kind of something you can't just take as one piece at a time. It has to be full. You know?
Gotcha. Yeah.
There you go. Fancy, good afternoon, love you. So yeah, but like, and this is like the thing. I think that Sunday, overcharacterized Pixie stuff. I think that I was watching Queen a little bit when I was taking a break, and you know, he's just like, I don't understand how Pixie is getting away with basically calling women whores for years, and you know, now it's like, oh well, you know, you're not representative of that. I mean, there's a lot of fucking awesome critiques there. So
yeah,
it's a 2v2, Kano.
Yes.
It's me and the beans versus some folks, you know, some folks.
Right. Yeah, one of them is called Made by Jim Bob, for what's that's worth.
I'm just gonna be honest, like Flow State has good energy. I like talking to him. He seemed like a fun guy to like kind of back and forth with. I'm kind of excited about that. Who's taking lead?
Probably Rezi. If you want to talk about, if you want to phrase it in terms of a lead situation.
I'm doing science and blood sports. Beans is doing reasonability and social contract.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like, just, I mean, it is a bit of like, hopefully I can phrase this as a common sense thing as well. You know, just the amount of effort that it would take to cover something up like that would be...
Occam's razor, the don't multiply things beyond necessity, that sort of shit. Yeah.
But it also depends, and this is the other thing, this is what I would have liked to figure out before going in, is like, I mean, I can figure it out by just asking them, but like, just what level of delusion are these people at? You know, because if they think, for example,
if we're talking about Flow State, he eats up like any and all conspiracies. He just thinks they're all true, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, the thing, the question is like, does he think that, like, and then I'll ask this too there when we're in there, but like, do they think that nobody's ever been to the moon? Do they think that like there's never been any space travel? What's like, you know, where is there? Because it depends. How I respond will depend on what they say in that case, you know.
Beans, I just want to let you know. Have you ever actually debated right-wingers, or have you just debated on Wix with, like, liberals?
Hi, Jim Bob. Hi, Rice Beans.
Hello.
Hey.
Can you guys hear me okay?
I can. You always come in so crisp.
Nice.
I might actually have to
what did you just
down
get?
based on everybody else's, where everybody else lands. But we'll see.
Okay. I'll go.
Beans, I'm definitely going to turn you up a little bit.
Oopsie daisy.
Sounds good.
Oopsie daisy.
Yeah, getting
right,
there, you nerd.
Did you call you Rice Beans?
Oh, you know what? I need you unmuted to be able to adjust your
sorry.
volume.
Sorry about that. I just said something.
Let me see. Let me turn you up just a nudge. All right. Okay. Ice Beans, do you go by a regular first name or anything like that, or you just prefer Ice Beans?
Ice Beans is fine. Some people call me Beans. That is also fine.
Fair enough. Just want to make sure. I know I'm the Raging Tomato but I also go by Sarah. So
sounds good.
On however you feel. And then we're just waiting on Flo and Rezi, which I'm not surprised, but that's okay. I laugh at them.
Yeah, he's on his way in.
Yeah. Ice Beans, have you I'm assuming you debated before, since Rezi picked you as the partner.
Oh yeah, I've debated before. Mostly on Twitch poll panels, so to speak. But so, you know, this would be my first kind of outside of Twitch politics space. But yeah, I have debated before.
Nice.
But I'll
Very
also,
nice.
but in that sense, still kind of a newcomer to YouTube in general. So
Oh, good. Well,
I
hopefully
appreciate
we'll-
you having me.
Absolutely. We love new faces. Jim Bob's pretty harsh, so be careful of him.
I'll be nice. Come on. This is a fun
Now I gotta-
debate, so I have no real investment. So it's nice to have a fun debate where I can just have a beer and hang out with people.
Nice. Yeah, the Mod Mondays are fun. So Ice Beans, I don't know, have you watched any of our previous Mod Mondays?
I've actually seen the one that Rezi was on. I don't remember what the topic was, but it was something. It was another conspiracy, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was fun. So when Rezi suggested that to me, I was like, absolutely.
Great. No, that's perfect. Let's see. I want 4 quadrants. There we go. Okay, good. So you kind of know what you're in for. We're not doing the hot seat. I think we might have had the hot seat during that debate.
Okay.
But now that the Mod Mondays have grown and we definitely don't lack for conversation, especially with this lineup. I know it's already going to be heavy, so I chose not to do any hot seats. So basically, the bigger the voices, the least likely I'm going to do a hot seat for. So it'll just be the 4 of you for the first 2 hours. And then once we do closing statements, we'll read our super chats, respond to them. And then we'll go into open panel. You're certainly not obligated to stay. Most people like to stay. It gets pretty fun. Jim Bob likes to destroy everybody during open panel. I think he has way too much fun over here.
They were gonna say way too much time, and I was like, yes. I have a question. Are openers? What do you do? 5 minutes or?
Usually we originally had started them, I think, at 4, but
Okay.
I find that 3 is a happy
That's
place.
fine. I was wondering because on StreamYard, are you able to full screen when I do my opener? Just click me as like
Yeah,
the
if
screen.
you guys,
Could you do that?
yeah, do you want like a
Because
full layout?
I'm playing a I'm gonna play a video.
that?
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Since I'm Ice Beans, and you're more welcome to follow that suit if you have anything you want to play too. But yeah, if you have a video, Jim Bob, obviously, I'm not really a stickler on the time.
Yeah, it'll
you
be
know.
it'll be about 3. Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine as long as we're not like boring the crowd.
Yeah, no, it won't
Sure.
be boring. That's for sure.
When people go on and on and on, and I'm like, a bullet point version of this would have been great. We got Rezi, and once Flow State comes in, I'll make sure. Let me see what order I have those in.
what's up?
1, 2, 3, 4.
How's it going?
Are
Hi,
you gonna keep your
Rezi.
monkey on?
Is your
No.
camera triggering the monkey movement? That means you're moving like that?
This is me, dude. Like, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Like, you got some ants in your pants, man.
Well, I'm gonna debate like this too. Then.
That's not advisable. There you go. Okay, hi.
Looks beautiful. Okay. 1, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Update layout. Okay, now we're all moved around. And then, of course, I'll have you in order. It'll be Ice Beans and Rezi, and then Jib Bob and Flow State, who I'm going to start hounding here in a second. Let's go, bitch. He knows how I feel about tardiness.
But you know how he feels about authority, so.
I know, but he also knows if you're tardy, you get blacklisted here.
Ooh,
Mhm.
is that
Yeah,
true?
you go on the naughty list. There is a Sarah's naughty list, and it's people who are like tardy. Unless it's something like there was one time I went ahead and told Flo, if you're a few minutes late, I'll let you have it because it was his mom's birthday.
Okay.
And he was taking her to dinner, and I said, we will work with it. I respect it. And I know in advance that you're going to be late, but just being tardy. Ooh. Yeah. There's people I
Yeah.
won't even host if you cancel on me last minute or like within the same day too, unless somebody has passed or your mom's in the hospital. Like if you cancel on me and no reasoning, I'm like, okay, I will never feature you again.
Wow.
Yeah, if you
that's
have,
fair.
I feel I feel like with content creators, you have to establish boundaries because they.
I mean, it's not boundaries; it's control. You have to. Because your job is you literally wrangle cats, dude. That's what like hosting channels is.
I do.
Wrangling fucking stupid cats. So.
But there's people I won't work with because of that. So it's everybody knows what we're doing. Flo, you've been on one of these before. Jim Bob, I think you're settled in. Rezzy, you're settled in as well. And Ice Beans, you are the newcomer. If you have any like hold up, timeout, don't be afraid to do that. Again, no hot seat tonight. Around 3 minutes for our opening statements. I like them short and sweet, but whatever. Closing statements, we'll just go backwards with it. So I'll just start with Ice Beans and Rezzy. Ice Beans, are you okay with opening as first?
I wouldn't mind Rezzy going first, actually.
I'll do that. That's
okay.
Fine.
So I'll make sure I put them in this order, and then we'll just move across the board this way, and then move back on the closing. Then we'll go into reading the super chats, and then we'll go into open panel dumpster fire. Again, everyone is most welcome and highly recommended to stay, but you are not obligated to. I will let you leave beforehand before I open. All right.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Flo, for being right on time. I might knock you out for that one. Okay. Any questions?
Can I have a wrench back?
Nope. Okay. So I'm going to put you all backstage, play the intro video. It's about 2 or 3 minutes. When you see that you're back on stage, that will be your warning that you have 30 seconds before the intro ends. So don't pick your nose in that moment. Okay?
Okay.
Here we go.
Long time ago, in a YouTube world full of keyboard warriors, many monsters and trolls lurked in the chat rooms. They thrived on arguments amongst each other until one day, a heroine rose from the ashes. She was made from the tears of beta bitches and the sweat of alpha male gym guys. Throughout the centuries, this keyboard warrior princess showed up in many forms. She slayed many demons along the way. By the light of the moon, she led the Sith army into battle. Wielding her sword, she fought through the dark forests. With each new era, the monsters evolved. The keyboard warrior princess grew stronger, with new skills to bring them down. The world around her advanced, but so did she. Her heroism became known to society as technology advanced. And with each new generation, she had to learn how to blend in to keep her identity hidden. Now known as the Raging Tomato. This keyboard warrior princess fights for justice in every debate. She fights for freedom, for moderator bias, and she fights for your ability to battle on an open panel for your beliefs. For moderator bias. She protects the Sith troopers from destruction.
Okay.
She
fights to create peace.
I actually muted it this time. Sorry about that.
She storms the battle zones without hesitation and leaves the battleground with her pockets full of souls. Are you ready to battle your fellow trolls? Are you ready for a moderator to give you time to talk? Are you ready for justice, peace, and a fair fight? Tune in every Monday night to watch your friends duke out their issues. Or join the open panel so that you can fight the good fight and find resolution with your peers.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to our live Mod Monday. I love Moderator Monday. It is my favorite. I have with me this evening Razzie Ice Beans, made by Jim Bob and Flow State. This is a top tier lineup from my perspective. I don't know about any of you, but I'm super excited to watch this one burn to pieces. Our topic of the evening is Houston, we have a problem. Was the moon landing real or not? Some of you are asking if it's even cheese. So I'm super excited to host this, and I hope everybody here has a grand old time. I believe everybody is restreaming, so feel free to go to anyone else's channel and watch there if you so choose. Outside of that, let's start with our opening statements. Rezi, go for it.
Hi, Reservoir, Rezi, all those sorts of names here. I'm going to be arguing today that we landed on the moon. It's really not that difficult, is my argument. I think it's actually relatively easy to land on the moon with rudimentary physics that you can learn in high school. At the time, it took quite a bit. You know, we were all dealing with the ravages of World War II and other, inanities. And, for what it's worth, it might seem like it was pretty advanced. But if we're looking at rocketry, it's pretty simple to see how we actually got there. If we're looking at a lot of the conspiracy theories that involve this, from film, the Van Allen belt, I think all of this can be easily dismissed with just a very basic explanation of how the science itself works. I think the conspiracy theories exist. I think that they can be fun. However, I look forward very much to making sure that you all know we landed on the moon, and it's really not that impressive.
Fair enough. Thank you. And Ice Beans to you.
Hello, my name is Ice Beans. You can call me Ice, you can call me Beans, you can call me Ice Beans. That's any of those work. I will say that although I very much like looking at conspiracies, I don't think I'd really looked too closely at the moon landing conspiracy before this debate, but my position is more or less that, especially when you look at the things that are brought up to kind of counter this narrative, the whole like, oh, we didn't land on the moon, or it's really easy to actually debunk all of these points of attack. And in general, I just find them to be very indicative of a more broader sense of conspiratorial thinking that just wants to foster this distrust in the government, distrust in like NASA, things like that, distrust in science. And so for me, it's more so that the conspiracy theories don't really hold water and they don't seem to really hold their own. That's more or less my position.
Perfect. Thank you, Ice Beans. And Jim Bob, I believe you wanted a layout.
Oh, yeah, thank you for that. Okay, so yeah, this is John Kennedy in 1961 claiming he's going to fly 370-something thousand miles to the moon for some sort of winning some sort of dick measuring contest. Apparently, JFK had a tiny micro penis because he outsourced it to Nazis, Werner von Braun, sequestered by the U.S., to showcase his giant Saturn V, which at the time would make it up to about 115 miles by 1967. But somehow they recouped the other thousands. Now, keep in mind, they're keeping the legacy alive of this man, Jack Parsons, an active sex cult ritualist, a little simp of Aleister Crowley, participates in sex madness, swinging parties with L. Ron Hubbard. Yeah, that's the guy you want to be the legacy of your astronaut system. Now, this is Gus Grissom. He was outspoken. He said, we're probably not going to do this, guys. So he burned up. Not sure, very strange circumstances. He was questioning, why are we doing this? This is not promising. There's a lot of problems with this engineering and so forth. And so he reached his sad demise. Now, I'm not making any claims there. This is a guy named Bill Kaysing. Oh, sorry. That was Bill Kaysing. He wrote a book laying out why he thought it was a hoax as well. And this is very early, right? This isn't like years later after people got wild and free with their speech and conspiracy theories. This is very early in this process. Keep in mind, nearly half of Russia, their citizens, didn't believe what was happening. Why? Because they didn't believe the footage. If you look here, this is what we're supposed to, this is what they're transmitting to the rooms of these boomers who are high on American exceptionalism. they could have sent anything through the tube. This is what we were supposed to believe is the LEM there taking off from the moon. Look at it go. Apparently, there's a camera up there controlled by Houston, remote control, and you know, half a century plus later, we haven't gone back at all, right? But somehow we nailed it on our first attempt in a tinfoil shack. So, is there room for skepticism? Absolutely. Should people be mocked for going, I don't really believe it? I don't think so. I think it's just a matter of people socially not allowed to say it because of mockery and sort of like well poisoning. Just to put it in context, the first heart transplant from a technological perspective was in 1967. It was soon exponentially replicated and made cheaper to the extent that I think there's about 5,000 a year just in America. And that's just America. Now, if you look at the moon landing as some sort of technological feat, the guy opening, Rezi, says it's so easy, it's just so easy that we just can't do it again, right? By NASA's own admission. We just can't do it again. This is my opener, dude. Shut the fuck up.
It's been 3 minutes, ain't it?
Shut up.
Why?
It's my opener.
Okay, stop. Boys, stop
You
it.
don't interrupt someone's opener, prick.
I will absolutely interrupt you at this point. You've mentioned
Okay, cool.
3 minutes.
So anyway, he says it's easy. That's not an argument. And so if it's so easy, how is it so hard to do? So that's my opener.
Thank you. And Flow State to you.
Yeah, we were all taught when we were young that we went to the moon. We've all been indoctrinated and coached into this worldview. But as we grow up and look at things with adult eyes, we realize that the moon is made out of cheese, and so we couldn't possibly have gone there. But no, we realize that the government is not a trustworthy institution at all, from the Tuskegee experiments to weapons of mass destruction that didn't exist. There's a consistent, steady pattern of the government lying to the people. On top of that, like Jim Bob mentioned, you've got a department within an untrustworthy institution that is staffed basically entirely and founded by Operation Paperclip ex-Nazis that we moved over. At the time, I was around, but I assumed that this was impressive enough looking footage. But when we look at footage today, like Jim Bob showed, it looks campy, right? If you look at it, if you have the willingness to change your mind, it's not hard to do. And even though it may not be impossible to get back or to get to the moon using physics, it's way more plausible that what happened is we were in a Cold War and the president had obligated us to be to the moon by the end of the decade. And we faked it because we had incentive. And it's way easier to fake some footage than it is to get to the moon. It's not even good fakes either. You saw Fruity Pebbles shooting out the back of the Apollo 17 return launch a minute ago, and I'm going to share screen real quick here.
Oh, I can't do it on this one. You're going to mess with all my stuff.
You can't? Okay.
Hold on. There you go.
We look at the moon rover, right? Do you recognize these folding chairs here?
Yeah, REI, camping, right?
Yeah, I think everybody's grandparents had a set of these in the garage. And one of these upside down umbrellas. I mean, it's just laughable looking at it today. So that's it.
Thank you. And I gotta put you back. All right, perfect. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate that. And for the record, we will go through the debate, and then we will do closing statements, and then we will read and respond to super chats. And then after that, we will open the panel. I believe most of these folks will likely stay on for open panel, hopefully. Outside of that, I leave the floor open to you.
Yeah, I want to start by saying, if it was so easy, why, when asked, Don Pettit was posed the question, why is it that we haven't gone back? It should be easy to do this if we did it in the 1960s. 69, to which his response was, well, that we destroyed the technology and it's too difficult to build back. So the head of NASA, Rezi,
are you gonna? Okay, that's fine. I know what the argument
I'm actually talking right now.
I don't care.
Listen, I'm asking you a
I
question.
really couldn't care.
You don't care.
I know what the question.
Okay, cool. You're talking. Cool. This is what it's like. This is what it's like. If you're gonna just talk over everyone,
Ask the
this is what it's gonna be like.
Jim Bob.
Okay. The question is, why is it the head of NASA disagrees with you? He says it's too hard.
Okay. How? I'm going to ask you a question.
So you're not going to answer the question? You're going to ask a question instead of answering the question.
You a question rhetorically.
I got
that's
you.
What you're doing.
Okay, I'll ask a question back when you ask a question. That's how this.
Okay, cool. Is it hard to drive to where are you living? Located east or west coast?
I'm not telling you.
Okay, cool. Assume you're located on the east coast. Would it be harder to drive to New York City or San Francisco?
Harder to drive to where?
If you were located on the east coast, let's say Virginia, would it be harder to drive to New York City or San Francisco, California?
How are you measuring difficulty?
I mean, difficulty.
It's just time. It's just time. Same technology.
Time.
Equal
time, resources, maybe
not harder.
Like it costs more gasoline.
That's not harder.
That is harder because that means you need more resources. So going back to the moon would require us to get a lot of resources for the things that we've already collected.
I thought it was easy. You just said it was easy.
It is easy. It's expensive.
So why is it harder?
It was really easy.
So it's easier, but it's harder.
Expensive.
So it's easier then, but it's harder now.
It's easy, but it's expensive.
Does technology get cheaper? Does technology get cheaper over time?
Does fuel get cheaper over time? Because fuel has been increasing this entire time that was happening. In fact, at that point, we're even seeing
not proportionally to inflation. It's been actually pretty stable.
What for?
And you're not using the same fuel. You're not using the same fuel allegedly when you take off to when you're in the.
But how do we get that fuel? How do we get that fuel? It's made of.
We haven't wanted to bad enough. Basically,
you have 60. Do you know how much NASA gets per day?
Yep.
How much?
I don't know, but
you don't know. You don't know the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, because I don't need to know like a number off this.
No, you're arguing it's no, because you're arguing it's expensive, but they get 63.
Yeah, Jim Bob, but the thing is,
they get $63 million a day.
Yes, and all of those those funds are not allocated to the landing on the moon. That's the that's part of the problem. We have not wanted to go to the moon badly enough. And you know what? The other thing too is that
this is one of the things.
Yeah, we've been focusing on other things with NASA.
You guys aren't even saying the reasons.
No, but like you've asked why we haven't gone to the moon, and simply is we haven't allocated.
No, that's not true.
Kind of reset this panel.
That's not even true. That's not even NASA.
It absolutely is
NASA's
true.
positions.
Let's look it up.
You're gonna need pepper spray for this one.
I'm going to listen. Okay, I already knew Rezi and Jim Bob were gonna be very big dukers on this one, but I have one rule: don't talk over each other. All right, try to keep it simple. Try to keep it to the point. Ask and answer, answer and ask. Okay, let's do this. We can make this clean. We can make this fair. Everybody can get their words in, but let's do it civilly. You're not monkeys, okay?
I'm saying that your guys' excuses, they're not even NASA's excuses. You guys don't even know NASA's responses to these questions. You're answering your own opinion.
Okay, cool. Can we get to like a point here, Jim Bob? Like you're just saying the same shit over and over.
I'm saying your reasoning is not actually the official reasoning.
I've already explained.
So why are you disagreeing? Why are you disagreeing with the original?
Why are you just sorting one NASA person,Im Bob?
Okay, do you appeal to NASA?
Why do you have to just go with this one dude that's like skitzing out and shit that agrees with you? Why not the other ones that talk about cost effectiveness?
Wait, what? What are you saying? Yeah. What's the argument?
The cost effectiveness argument, Jim Bob. It's been pretty clear this whole time what I've been saying.
So it's not cost effective to go to the moon, but we're spending money to go to Mars. That makes sense to you?
Well, we haven't spent money to go to Mars yet, have we?
So we're planning on going to Mars, right?
Okay.
That's the deal. NASA wants.
If you want me to argue that Elon's a retard,
you don't let anybody
fine.
talk,
I can
dude.
Do that for you, bro.
What is this? A Talmudic trick or something that you learned?
100%. You know.
Okay, cool. I figured.
No.
Also, the other thing too, Jim Bob, is that we are going to the moon next year.
Are we? They said that last year and the last year and the last year. You know they say that every time.
But also, hold on.
You know,
but it's not just been. It's not okay. But we've also
You're
been
so
to the.
ignorant to what the promises have been, right? You're not up to date with any of this, right? You're just new to this scenario.
Oh, that doesn't mean I can't argue it,
no,
right?
No, that means.
But
that
also
you don't know
the other
that
thing,
there's
the other thing
promises.
too is that you know, like we just don't allocate funds to the shuttle program to go to the moon. That's like literally it. It's between. Have you know like what Congress and like the DoD wanted?
So do you know what Artemis was?
And Yeah.
We didn't allocate money for Artemis. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that we haven't wanted to go to the moon badly enough, so we haven't set up the building operations to.
Dude, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. We just promised.
You just asked. You asked why we haven't been back to the moon in 50 years. You haven't. You asked why we haven't been back in 50 years, and it's just all this time we haven't wanted to go back. That's it.
What is the Artemis program?
I'm not answering. Like, why are you asking this question?
Why are you referencing NASA's promise to go back to the moon that didn't happen? That was very recent. Why are you? Because it's contradictory to what you're saying. You said
it's not actually contradictory, but it's okay.
Listen, you just said we're not allocating money. Premise 1, we're not allocating money to go to the moon. Premise 2, NASA allocated money to Artemis to go to the moon. That's a contradiction.
No, I just said we haven't been back because it's expensive. You're just straw man because you're.
No, she said we didn't allocate any money. You little slime ball.
You're breaking.
Yes, because they allocated it away from it to focus on other things.
What are they focusing on with those funds?
Got it.
They wanted the Saturn B. Is my understanding of it when I looked into it. So so essentially we gave up the Apollo 18 and the Apollo all those applications and got other things.
All the years that we had previously promised that we'd be back to the moon by, that we didn't actually go to the moon. What happened to all that fuel budget expenditure?
Sure. We can look at it. I haven't looked into exactly what those, if you want to argue the promises that were broken, sure, that's an avenue of response. But that doesn't mean that the moon landings didn't happen in and of themselves.
Well, what I'm pointing out is that your excuse for
the
budget excuse is moot because we budgeted for this thing in the past and then not had those expenses incurred.
Sure.
How'd the technology get? Yeah, the point is that it's been allocated before, and it's not been a problem, and now it's suddenly a problem, even though every other technology that we can possibly look at exponentially got more effective and more price effective.
Yeah, but again, if we haven't wanted to go back to the moon, then it doesn't. It kind of.
What are you talking about?
Go ahead and tell me when was it? Okay, apart from the go ahead.
How much does it cost for us to run the ISS every year? Like ISS operations. Does anybody know?
Hold on, I got you. Okay. We're requesting $1,286,000,000 in 2025 for the ISS.
Okay. And that's like transportation, flight, commercial developments, all that.
I don't know. It's just a line item.
Yeah, I see a total of 45. Sorry, I just found the thing. Deep exploration they have for pros and campaign developments that they're spending year over year of around 8,000 and whatnot. And then the rest of it's a lot of just putting money into research.
And why is there no private companies that could match the technology of 1969?
No, we are.
Hold on, haven't we already had a private landing on the moon? A private company landing on the moon?
What are you talking about? Where's the person? What are you talking about? A man on the moon?
Not with a human.
Not with a human, but we've had a landing.
No, we're not talking about cartoons. I know you like cartoons over there, but we're talking about why is it right that there are no private companies? Wouldn't you say there's a decent incentive
there was a private company literally on February 28th that landed a private spacecraft that was just without people.
So it is easy to do.
Yeah, it seems like that's kind of it's getting.
So actually, hold on. I'm sorry. Can I? I have a question. I have a question for both of y'all. Is it that you don't think that any landings have been made on the moon, period, by anyone?
No.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Understandable.
Yeah. Oh, so then
it is understandable.
So you've never.
Sure.
So why do you? Think
I understand a lot more now.
Then we just absolutely just couldn't do it. You're using the evidence that we haven't done it again, though we did do it 6 times, right?
No, that's begging the question. You're just asserting
we landed. The Apollo missions landed on the moon 6 times.
Nope.
No, that's what's in question, Donnie.
No. Oh well, no, but like you said that we didn't go back.
What do you think this is a debate about?
The ISS is filmed in green screen.
But we went back 6 times, right?
No, we didn't.
We didn't go at all.
We went back 5 times. That's right.
No, we didn't go at all.
So
If you keep insisting, it's
so
not going to
just
change our
asserting.
mind.
So
Yeah.
so your idea of a debate is asserting your position that you're coming in with. That's it.
Yeah,
That's that's all you got.
Actually arguing with things that make sense. I kind of wanted to get onto the Werner von.
It doesn't make sense to you that you were lied to?
Look at him. You're
No,
taking away his
what-
like
I
little
have to
lunchbox.
Ask you, what makes it that somebody can't do science if they're having sex parties and shit?
What? No one made that argument.
Yeah, you did. You did in your intro with Jack Parsons. You
When
said
did
that
I say someone can't do?
satanic sex cultist?
When
so
did I
how can
say?
you do this? This
When
was-
did I say someone can't do science?
Objection, relevance.
Listen.
No, it's like no. The question was, how is this the person doing it? That was
No,
you.
I said it's if this is the legacy, you might want to be a little more skeptical of the organization, being that it has occult satanic practices
Why?
as their roots.
Why should I do that?
You wouldn't, because you're a Talmud. You're a Talmudic.
Do you
operator.
trust Nazis?
Why would you care? No, you're just
I'm really
you're
curious.
just a
You calling
degen
me a
leftist.
Jew?
So why? I'm not asking you
I'm
to
asking if
care.
you're calling me a
I'm
Jew.
asking the audience who has
Just
a moral
curious. I'm asking
backbone,
questions.
not you.
I am about to put the two of you in a speed date from hell if either of you don't settle the fuck down.
Is there
okay?
any reason to trust anybody? Distrust anybody from your view? Hobbit man.
Yeah, 100%. I just
Who, like who?
things that you're saying. You,
Like who?
You.
What about Nazis? Do you trust Nazis?
I can trust the data that comes.
Do you
out.
trust the U.S.
So you won't
government?
answer- I didn't ask about
No,
David.
you learned how to
David.
do heart surgeries. You did that.
Do you trust the federal government?
Jim Bob, did you not say that we do heart surgery?
You should.
You didn't
speak
ask
to
my-
them.
you don't
They need
answer
to,
any
They need to
questions.
fucking get it over
I
with.
understand that. I have, but
You don't answer any questions, dude. Are you a lawyer? Did you fail law school and this is your second choice?
You said that we do heart surgeries
Dude, are
now.
you a
That's good.
lawyer?
You learned that from the Nazis. You know that, right?
I'm not. I didn't make the argument. I didn't make that
Then
argument.
why do we
that
trust
it's bad.
heart transplants, Jim Bob?
Does the government lie?
Because we can
to people?
repeat those.
Okay. I guess we're repeating. We repeat the moon thing 6 times.
No, that's just an assertion again.
Yeah,
I know I can investigate with my own eyes that we can do heart surgery.
So you
Dude,
didn't
shut
even
up for a
know what
second.
you do.
Dude, you're so used to talking back to your
I just
Jewish
remember
mom that you
you
can't
were
even
heart
handle someone
surgeon.
talking to
Oh
you.
my
Sorry.
God, Jim Bob.
Listen,
No, tell me. Trust me. I've been.
Listen.
I want him to tell me if you think
Steinberg,
something. That's it.
shut up for a second.
Okay, man. Keep going. I'm not.
You're
I'm
still
solid-
talking.
solid,
He
bud.
can't help. He
All
can't
right.
help himself.
Gentlemen. All right.
He can't help himself.
Jim Bob, ask your question.
I can't.
And then Rezzy, hold, and then respond after he actually puts the period on that sentence.
The
Jim
difference,
Bob, please.
the difference between other technologies that have developed is that we can actually go and verify those technologies. We can actually purchase those technologies. We can purchase a heart transplant, right? We can actually look at that. Your assertion is something that we can't verify with our own eyes and our own experience. Do you understand that there's a category difference here?
Yeah, except a private industry did do that. That private industry known as Intuitive Machines that did it. And they paid for it. A private one. Just like a private person pays for a heart transplant, right? And corporations are people.
What? So
You're talking about private entities. A private entity has paid to go to the moon.
He's talking about first-hand versus second-hand experience.
I'm talking about
Hello.
I'm talking about intuitive machines. You're saying your argument is that if this is real to you because you can pay for it. I'm saying if you had enough money and weren't a broke bitch, you could pay for it, and I've recommended that you.
That's not what I said, though.
Okay, but that's what your assertion is. I don't. Give a
No,
shit.
no.
That's your
Flow
that's
State
your
corrected
that's
you.
your but that's your
No, you
like
guys-
your that's your like that's where
You
you,
can do
would
it.
accept
You
it.
can do it.
If
My
you
heart
would
surgery
if you would
deal.
if you would if you were going to believe
firsthand,
it.
Flowstead. No, firsthand. Flow State listens. You guys don't listen.
Uh-huh.
There's
They
no
also
way for you-
had Volkswagens, right? Like we know that those work. We've all been in one.
Yeah, the difference
Even
is
the Nazis seem more capable.
the difference
does
is
that have to
there
do
is a
with it?
Better than
technology.
G-Bob even.
But we're talking about accepting something based off trust and word of mouth, or not, right? So
Right.
Yeah,
start
but
at
like
the very beginning. Why would you trust this institution? Is it trustworthy? Go.
okay, before I answer before Rezi gets in there, what I wanted to ask basically is that is it that
Questions for
you
answers.
I'm talking to Flow State. So essentially though, you're saying that you just don't trust anything that you can't verify yourself. Does
No.
that apply does that then apply
not
to
what I
things
said.
Okay,
Literally
hold on.
not what he
Go,
said.
Go. I'm talking to him. Go ahead, Flow State. Like,
I'm in the debate. I don't care
would
who
you
you're
would you
talking to.
would you
Well,
mind
I
would you mind rephrasing that then? I guess.
Vagine.
I don't think that you, or I don't know what you
clarification.
think that you heard, right? I
Okay.
don't know what you were listening to when, but no, I didn't say I don't trust anything ever the government says.
No, I'm not talking about the
Or that I can't
government.
verify myself or whatever.
Okay.
What government agencies are trustworthy, actually?
Are they?
I'm asking Jim. I'm asking him. He said that he trusts some government agencies.
What are? No, what I said is not. Anytime you try to push my opinion all the way to the extreme, you never, ever, will never do this. I'm probably not going to agree with it.
Is that just oppositional defiance disorder or something?
No, it's the realization that that reality is shades of gray and nothing's all black and white, which you guys know very well, which is why you want to straw man an extreme position. It's easier to go against.
Do you
Well,
even
it's not
remember
even-
Flow State's
it's not-
original question?
No, but that's why I was asking.
don't, yeah.
That's why. No, what I'm asking.
shit.
What I'm asking. What
Should
I'm
you
trying to
learn to listen
determine.
as a
What I'm trying to
customer
determine.
representative?
Hold
That's what I
on.
asked
Yeah.
you.
No, but what I'm trying to determine is right. What level of like scientific, knowledge would you accept? Given that you don't have.
Don't even
Okay.
worry about that. Don't even worry
No,
about that. We're
because
not even there
no,
yet.
because
We're-
here's the
we're
thing
starting
is-
at square one. We're starting
Okay.
at square one. Is this an institution that we can trust just at their word, or do we need more evidence than that?
And
So
I'm trying to
first,
determine before that
You're
question.
trying to skip
No,
over
hold
the
on.
question.
No, it's not even a skipping over the question. It's me just determining if you accept any higher level of science.
Because
Period.
if we don't trust the government just based off of its credibility, then we need to move on to the next step. Okay, can we verify this through observation, reason, science, one of the other
Okay, but
methods?
but that's why my question comes
That's
back.
where you're trying to go
okay,
to, but I
yes,
want you
but
to stop
that's
at
my
the first one.
Okay, but my question comes in though because obviously you've moved past that first
Why
question.
don't you answer my question instead of trying to scheme up a question back to
Hold
you?
on
Yeah,
a second.
why are you
No,
answering-
because
you're posturing.
because
Yeah.
I want to find
Obfuscation.
out. Because here's the thing: is that no amount of evidence that I give you is going to be accepted by you because you just are not going to accept it. That's my point.
I don't know how you landed there.
Well, that's why I'm asking you: what level of scientific
It's not your
basis?
turn to ask a question. It's your turn to answer a question.
What level of scientific basis would you accept? Because if you don't
The moon is
accept
made of
any,
cheese.
What do you mean scientific
The
basis
moon
anyway?
is cheese.
any level of scientific evidence that's provided, any
Not at all.
level,
It's all
any
cheese.
level.
Until you
Any
answer my question,
scientist.
the moon is pure
We're talking
cheese.
we're talking about engineering, not natural science anyway. What are you
No,
talking
we're
about?
not
Okay,
talking
but,
about
like-
engineering. We're talking about
Yes, we
government
are.
trust. We're talking about government trust.
We
We
when
are,
someone makes
sure.
a claim about engineering,
You don't need to
that's what
worry
we're talking
about what level of science I'll accept because you have not presented any.
Well, yeah, because we're literally talking about government trust. Because you asked a question about government trust. We're not talking about science. We're talking about.
Well, I'm trying to talk about
You're
government trust,
jumping
but nobody will
between-
answer the question.
Okay,
Yeah, no
You can
one-
maybe you can answer.
Yeah,
the
we
question.
we can move on
trust
from
the
this because I'm not
government,
gonna move get any
Because
headway
I
with
can't-
that. Yeah,
I
sure.
So you're not gonna answer any
but
questions,
I don't
then?
believe that you trust the government. Is that a fair thing to say? And it's because you're oppositionally defiant, and that's fine.
Could you stop diagnosing me and make a case for what you believe?
He's
Yeah,
armchair
sure. I mean,
psychologizing.
it's pretty
Yeah.
simple. I
It is
trust
fair.
So
The
you're
government.
oppositional defiant. You're the ones who
You're
can't answer any
suffering
fucking
from,
questions. Yeah.
I trust the
My
government
diagnosis is,
of-
look at
I
my
trust the
sweater, I'm
government
gonna diagnose
of-
you now.
I trust the government.
Don't you
Go
need a
ahead,
pipe?
Rezzy.
Do you have
Go
a
ahead,
pipe?
Rezzy, with your question.
I trust the governments of, like many governments on Earth, that all came to the same conclusion through pictorial evidence that we landed on the Earth. There are pictures not just from America, but from India.
No, they didn't all come to the
And
same conclusion.
pictures
We
don't even
have-
pass in the court of
we
law
have-
anymore, dude. What are you talking about?
Since when? So this isn't a court of law, bro. Okay, so if I can't, even
Science
believe-
is like-
I can't believe my eyes. My
It's
lying
actually similar.
fucking eyes.
It's
okay?
actually
No, we
similar,
can
dude.
believe our
There
eyes.
is no evidence that
It's actually similar to the court of law, actually.
there is no level.
You're
of evidence
asking
that
what
would be.
constitutes
If
good
I'm
evidence.
telling you that
That's
there
what a
are
court does.
pictures
Now,
from
what
other
level of
evidence-
evidence would you accept? Because I feel like I'm talking to some religious zealots.
There is no level
Which
of evidence.
I normally feel like when I talk to Jim Bob, but right now, surprisingly, I don't feel like that about him.
Oh, Rezzy's all about that occult stuff.
He's just, I don't know what he's prattling about. Is he, what are you
Hold
doing?
on,
He doesn't
hold on,
stop
hold on,
prattling.
hold
He doesn't
on.
even know what he's
Rezzy,
talking about.
Rezzy, speak a little closer to your mic too.
Yeah,
'cause you
dude.
are
Oh yeah,
getting
yeah.
out.
You're fine. Sorry. There's just no level of evidence.
Dude abides.
And if we can't even show you pictures from other governments that have taken pictures of this, including natural enemies of the United States at that point in time, at that point, I don't think there's any basis that we can.
So
even have
you
a
trust
debate.
photos now? In
Do you
this
want to
day
see
and
my
age,
picture of
in this day,
Bigfoot?
in this day and age, you trust photographs.
Provided from enemy countries. Yes.
No, but that's
In this-
that's why I asked the question is like if for example like you have another country that has sent their shit to the moon, they've taken pictures
Like
of our
India?
equipment.
You want to
our-
see India? Let's do a
They've-
screen share
hold
of
on.
India's
They've
evidence. Let's do
they've
it.
taken pictures of our equipment.
Find it.
But that's
I got you.
that's why I asked
we'll
Flow
show 'em.
State.
We'll show
That's
'em.
why I asked Flow State if like you
Yeah, no,
are
we'll-
going
we'll
to
find you.
if you're going to accept that or not. And I guess
No,
the answer
we're
is
gonna
no.
We're going to present you with evidence right now.
Look, you
No,
can't
I'm
back
not
into
really
this.
that.
You
I'm not
can't-
really
you
that
can't say,
interested
what
though.
What will convince you? Can't have me do your work for you. You present something, and then I'll let you know if I accept it.
But that's my question is that it seems that you haven't accepted it. You've looked at, I'm assuming
No.
you've looked at the evidence and you've said,
you're
no,
presenting
that's
me, You're
not.
presenting to Jim Bob. You're presenting
You know
to the
what kind of
audience. Just
evidence
make
would
the
work
best
for
case
me?
that you can.
I'll tell you what kind of evidence would work for me if you're wondering, because you're like, well, I saw a picture. In today's day and age, especially, a picture is the least trustworthy thing. So what would convince me to some extent, at least have my ears peaked, is if it's the case in 1969 that we had a remote control camera that was able to pan up successfully on the first ever LEM takeoff, right? Perfectly in focus, right? Up into the air. What should I expect to see? Now, is it fair to say what should I expect to see is a set of maybe cameras set on the moon that you can access for maybe a payment, looking back at like Earth, maybe a vantage point of the rest of the solar system? It seems like an investment in the moon as a location for studying the solar system from a different point of view would be probably a pretty good investment at this point for any country. Do you not agree?
Sure. I'll go.
Should I expect that? Should I expect, dude? I'm asking a question.
I know. I'm just asking.
Shut up and let me ask my question, dude.
I know. I'm asking.
I know. I'm gonna ask you a question to your
filibuster. Oh, I have a share screen.
I'm
backstage.
asking a question.
Jim Bob, please continue with your question, and then
My
Rez,
question
you're
is-
welcome to respond.
Is it fair for me, given that this occurred in 1969 and there was a camera on the moon, given what would be available to a lot of private companies to sell, you know how there's all chicks selling their folds of their skin online, OnlyFans?
No.
Well, people would pay
What
a
is that?
membership. Listen, dude. People would pay a membership to have access to cameras on the moon looking out into space. So the fact that you said there's private companies who have done this, but somehow they're not smart enough to figure out how to put cameras on the moon, considering from your own view it's so easy, yet the company doesn't exist that sells basically live streaming technology to consumers. That just doesn't exist. Is it fair that I expect that to exist? Isn't it even at least fair for me to expect that exists?
Okay, can I ask a clarifying here?
You're gonna ask a question.
I'm gonna ask you a clarifying question. Yeah.
Okay.
So the first thing, are you asking, do we have cameras that have tracking in the 1960s?
No, I didn't say anything like that, dude. What is wrong with you?
Because you're saying camera tracking systems at the beginning of this.
Maybe your partner can answer my question.
You're not
instead.
listening at all.
You prowled on for a bit. I'm just clarifying.
You
what it
clarified
is.
nothing I've said, though. Nothing. You didn't even mention something I said.
You're not clarifying. You're trying to catch it for the first time.
Cameras, all right, and that's why I want to get that out at the beginning. Okay.
Would
So
you like
the
to
rest-
answer your partner? He's not going to answer. He's like on. He's
the
on
rest
some
the
kind of
question
drugs.
that you're asking
What do you?
is,
What do you?
why hasn't a company just sent a camera up there to take pictures?
Look, again, if we've done that in 1969, and according to you, it's very easy to do. Why is it that the most obvious business plan is to put up cameras, own the cameras, and sell memberships to the live streaming? Being that how many millions of people who are total NASA spurgs would pay lots of money per month to have access to a live feed on all areas of the moon that are possible, facing out into
bet we got two
the
right
solar
here.
system, right?
Are you saying like right now you can pay for the live streaming?
No, he's
Holy
asking.
shit,
Okay.
He's giving like a hypothetical, right? I believe this is like if it was.
If you had me eat breakfast this morning, how would you feel?
asking me if live streaming exists?
Pardon me for just a moment, and correct me if I'm wrong, Jim Bob.
They did live stream the moon stuff.
I believe what we're saying here, Jim Bob, is you're saying it would be a better business model if they really did go to the moon, presumably in order to recoup those funds to further, expand and do more things by setting up cameras. And like we have live streaming technology now, but to that degree, if we have enough technology to get to the moon and have cameras up there doing that, he's saying, why would we not run that business model
immediately? They would be so rich. I mean, that would be the best service for so many people. It would silence all of the moon denier conspiratards like me and Flow State. There's no reason why you couldn't do that from a private position, yet it doesn't exist, and it should. I'm just saying it should, based on technology.
To answer your question, I think that's quite possibly something that they could do. Yeah, I would agree. I wouldn't say that I'm so surprised that it doesn't exist. I just don't think that the person with the capital has decided to do it. That's it. Like, I don't think that the focus. Hold on, just to finish out my point. I don't think
there's no wind. Nothing's gonna move.
I mean, I don't think
what?
You're
what?
just gonna be
what are you saying?
A literal picture.
What are you saying?
The there's no atmosphere on the moon. There's no wind, so nothing's gonna move. It's the same as a picture. You just want a picture of the moon, but you want it just somebody to put live stream on it because you'll trust that, right?
What? No, I'm just saying that's a vantage point for seeing the system, right?
Yes and no, because on one hand, look, don't get me wrong. On one hand, I can see why they wouldn't have done it. Okay, because let's just say, for example, that I did tell you, here, there's a link, and I gave you the link, and it did show, and it looks exactly just like a picture of the moon, and it says live stream on it. Would you trust that link? Would you say then that
do it because of people who don't, the minority who doesn't trust that we went to the moon? You're saying the smart business person is not going to do that business because of the minority of conspiratards like me are going to go, I don't believe it. That's your reason.
No, but if that's the only reason why, okay, I understand what you're saying with the whole capitalism thing and like getting all the space nerds to like pay a premium every month. Yeah, I understand that. That makes sense. But also. But also, you're also saying that it would mean that conspiratards like you wouldn't go on and on about this stuff, right? Okay, yeah.
Well, maybe.
But you see why I was asking earlier because
there's always going to be retards like us out here.
Sure, but you understand what I mean is that you wouldn't look at a link like that and then say
business operations not giving a fuck about us. We're a non-factor.
Sure, I understand, but you understand why they wouldn't do it just so that they could convert conspiratards. Because you would look at it and immediately say, no, that wouldn't.
No, that was secondary.
Reason.
That was
secondary. Not the reason.
That was just rhetoric.
Okay. So you're saying that they shouldn't do that because it would be like a moot point, essentially. Because you'd look at it and disregard it.
Yeah, the people who disregard. I didn't say a company should do that, and they would convert people. The primary would be they would get space nerds to completely pay memberships to
sure, I mean, that's a good business strategy, sure.
Don Pettit himself did a whole TED Talk, because some people say, well, there's no real good reason to invest in going there, and he's been the director of NASA for like 20 years or something, and he did a TED Talk of why the moon is the best investment to go there and set up shop for studying, for vantage points. Exactly my point, right? He's the head of NASA who argues, from my perspective, that would be the most obvious position to take is, if we can get there at all, certainly sending machines, even without man, you could cultivate some sort of system of investigation and inquiry from a different vantage point, giving us perhaps a different view of whatever we're studying. And that's, to me, that's a good enough reason. Everyone's so excited about going to Mars. It seems like, well, if you're going to invest in that technology, which they also are doing and making promises that they'll never deliver on, why wouldn't they go more locally, given that that would be a stopover point anyway for going anywhere else? That would be ideal for a stopover, like a layover, if you will.
Yeah, so Intuitive Machines, which did land a lander on the moon in 2024, doing exactly what you're saying. What's your thoughts on that?
That's an assertion that the debate. Dude, do you understand when you come to a debate?
You literally just said that this is something people should do. I'm telling you, people have done this.
Okay, that's what we're contesting, though. Exactly that thing.
Okay, so
can you support the claim that you just made?
That is,
other than
yeah,
just saying it.
I mean, I can give you news articles. I don't.
Can
know
you, if you repeat it a few more times in a smug tone of voice,
I'm just
might
saying
work.
I
Yeah,
can
that'll
send
work.
you news articles and have them work because I don't know what barrier of
Hey,
evidence.
Flo, you know the
need.
thing that you don't believe happened? I'm coming into a debate saying it did. But
Yeah, and just
there's nothing
like,
else I
just-
need to
Oh.
say.
Yeah, I just don't know
Correct.
what they can
Yeah,
send
that's it.
you.
It's I
Like,
have
what
an
do you
article
trust?
and
This is
there it
okay.
is.
Well, we
Like,
did opening statements. We both pointed out some issues that we have, and if you're still confused about that,
yeah,
I don't.
wanted to go.
We
to
can
the-
explain it
I
to
mean,
you, but we can't
Here,
understand it
let me
for
ask
you.
you this. Let me ask you a different question. Forget the headline
Okay.
and the,
What
and the
about
links.
what about? Can we go over your opening statement? I have a bunch of things I wanted to talk about. Like you had this appeal to the commons with Russians. So 50% of Cold War Russians not believing it somehow proves that it didn't happen. You
No,
said
I
on your
didn't
opening-
prove it. No,
Oh,
you little
okay.
slime ball. I'd never
So
said
you
it
did
proved
say
it.
that to go ahead and cast.
I didn't
you
say
just say shit.
prove.
Oh, that's
I
right.
didn't-
You just say things.
You
They don't
repeating
actually
something
mean
I
anything.
didn't say. I didn't
Because
say
you're a
proved it.
serpent.
Did I say I proved it?
You're a serpent.
No, this is
No.
again. They're trying
Did
to
I
take things
say
all
I
the way,
proved it?
all the way to the extreme because it's easier to argue against, but it's not what you ever
I'm
said.
literally going off your opening statement.
Did I say I proved
I
it?
have notes. I want
Okay, let's go back to it. Did I say I proved it?
Nope, he
Did
never
I say
says
proof?
proof.
Did I say the word proof?
It was just part of your opening.
Did I
statement.
say the word
Reasonable
proof?
suspicion.
No, I guess you're.
Okay, because you're a liar then. Good. You're a
Okay,
liar.
cool.
We've established you're a liar, and that's
I am
cool.
slime ball
I
and
knew
a
that
liar.
already.
Also, real
So I have
quick,
a
sorry,
question for
before
you.
we before we
You're
get
an
before we
anti-Semite
get too derailed onto another point of, I do want to say that I just found this. It isn't like the James Webb. Isn't James Webb Telescope literally doing what we're kind of talking about, like taking photos of space and the moon and everything else?
They're
like,
not
is that
actually
not?
photos. If you read the
is that
fine
not-
print,
No.
they're all artist recreations.
They're constructs. It's
Yeah.
data. It's basically raw data, not a photograph. By the way, I know this.
So
you can actually
that's
do that.
not.
We've
So
se-
okay.
Look,
Digital
I'm just
camera.
telling you.
Digital camera.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Oh my
No.
god.
It's actually not.
Okay.
Technology.
It's
Jim
data.
Bob, please elaborate.
How is it-
and
why is it
then
that me and Flo
I
know the
please
process?
respond.
Go ahead.
Why
Go
is it
ahead.
that we know the
Explain.
process and you don't?
Explain how the. Explain
We're
how
trying
the
to teach
data.
you.
Explain how the
Okay,
data.
I'm
Wait.
so
Explain how the
sorry.
data doesn't mean.
Okay.
Hold on.
Data.
Okay.
Jim
I'm
Bob,
sure you know
please
how the-
elaborate the construct.
Yes, go
and
ahead.
Then, Ice Beans,
Of course, he has a
please
red
respond.
commie phone. So the thing is, when you look at the James Webb data stuff, they're basically taking a very distant amounts of just pure light. There's no photograph like a someone going click. What happens is they have artists, like Flo said, State accurately said, they have artists peel through raw data and construct colorful imagery. They add the clouding, they add the lens flares, they all add all that stuff, and they perfect it and they refine it through Photoshop. The reason I know this is I know the website that you can download the so-called raw data. The problem is you have no verification method for knowing that that's legitimate data, as opposed to reverse engineered photographs. That's totally possible. So if you
then-
just strip something, hold on.
Oh, yeah.
If you just strip something and have other people download raw data and then construct images around it, you can just construct images. That famous image that James Webb relayed, the original data, like they're just peeling numbers from a website, and artists are actually rendering the pure numbers they're getting. That's it. That's all that's happening.
Okay.
I gotta tell you, no,
It's not a
are
photograph.
Right. No, you're right. They are
Yeah.
rendering data. I've actually gotten my hackers to go ahead and find out that, in fact, you're going to Thailand to chase Gawk, and that's actually what the data is that you're presenting. That's the character you got, and it's
Interesting
pretty cool
ideas
to
in
see
your
that
head that you
things
have.
out. Yeah, man.
Cool projection, bro.
I know.
How do you have those ideas in your head?
I'm literally referring
What's your
to the
last
data
name?
that I found out.
Yeah.
Silverstein.
Yeah, I
Silverstein.
figured. Yeah,
Yeah.
figured so much.
Yeah, I
You
know.
usually have a creepy.
So you think
ponytail
he's
in?
part of it? You think he's part of the psyop?
I am. I absolutely am.
Yeah.
I've
So
gotten
again,
these-
notice
Also,
how
it's
I
a-
just explained the data and how what you call photographs that everyone celebrates is actually, like Flo State said, a construction, not a photograph. Whereas actual photographs, they're 1-to-1, right? You take a photograph, it reflects.
No, it's
the
actually
image.
not. They literally just print it onto film, then that film prints off. That's
I
data
understand,
that they
but
take
you
from
have
the film.
access.
That's
I'm
data.
saying you have direct access to
Well,
the
no,
source,
you,
the referent.
No, technically you don't, because there's
You do.
light that goes through film.
you have
right?
access
Go
to
ahead
the
and check
referent.
thing. You don't have access to.
You don't
light
have access
on
to a tree
film.
as a
I don't
referent to
have
take a
light.
photograph?
I don't have fucking access to light and photons.
You don't have
bro.
access to a tree to take a
I don't have
photograph of
access
it?
to air. I can't touch the air. I can't.
I didn't
can't
talk
touch
about-
the
I didn't say
The
air.
Clouds are fake, bro.
Okay.
The fuck do you mean?
So
The
you
clouds are
basically have
fake,
no
bro.
arguments.
You ever
Alright,
touched
we're
the
gonna
clouds?
do it this
He has no
way.
arguments anymore.
No.
No more arguments.
I know.
That's the
touch
thing.
cloud?
The difference
Did you ever
between
touch cloud? Clouds
the
are fake, bro.
no, they're not. You can
Yes,
actually.
they are. What are clouds?
Okay.
What's a cloud? I can't touch a cloud. I've never touched a cloud. I've seen fog, but that's not like a cloud. That's
You can impact a cloud.
How? How can you
you
impact
can-
a cloud?
If you had a strong enough force or wind, you can disperse a
How
cloud.
could I make a force of wind that was strong enough to do that? I'm poor. I can't afford that. I can't do it. Therefore, it can't happen.
What? That's not the
I
argument.
know I'm poor. I can't do it.
I
Therefore,
don't
it can't
believe you're
happen.
poor.
I can't do it. Therefore, I don't have the information.
I don't
that it
believe you're
happened.
poor.
I can't do it. I'm very poor.
Yeah.
I'm
There's
extremely
no way you're poor.
I can't afford anything like that, Jimbo.
No, I don't agree with
I
you.
hate this music because it's
mommy
actually...
takes care of this guy.
I wish. I wish.
So
But no, I'm poor. Jim Bob, I can't do it. I can't prove it. I can't touch it. I can't see it.
Yeah.
I can't do that. Clouds
Gotcha.
don't exist.
right,
No,
yeah.
that's just
So-
lies. It's projections on the sky.
Right. So you accept certain technological claims,
I'm fucking
and
dying.
would you agree that some are more accessible
What is
in person
happening?
than others? You don't.
What is happening?
I don't have access to them, Jim Bob. That's the thing. I
You
can't
don't have
touch
access
it.
to.
I don't have access to anything.
Nothing.
I've got a C922 webcam, dude. It's like it's bleak here, man. I've had it for 5 years.
The fucking
I've been trying to get a new one.
Do you think there's any a detrimental impact of people not believing in the moon landing?
To physics and stuff, actually, I would say that because I do think that a lot of times the issues that people take from it ultimately like the Van Allen radiation belt arguments, right?
Yeah.
So I take a lot of issue with that because we're talking about beta particles versus alpha particles and gamma particles. There's different types of radiation.
Not exhaustively, no.
Okay, so I just you can look this up after. So beta particles are very large particles, right? They have a very minimal penetrative distance.
Would you consider yourself a beta particle?
I am a
Figured as much.
super beta particle, bro.
No.
Okay?
No, I'm
But,
saying culturally though.
see-
No, I don't because
regardless,
I don't
like-
think it affects
so-
physics because physicists
no,
agree
it
with you,
does.
right?
Well, yeah, it does affect physics because I think this is stuff that is really basic. It's really interesting, and I think that we are projecting distrust in science like this, including within physics, which makes
What's
people do
science?
stupid shit.
What's science?
Knowledge without technology.
What's
You're
the
not
scientific
actually
method?
presenting any sort of evidence for your side. You're just trying to gaslight our
Yeah.
motives.
Well,
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about a specific thing. 'cause
Rezi, do you know what the
asked me
scientific method
why-
is?
Okay, that's fine. You asked me.
Yeah,
a question.
it's
May I please?
Truth comes
finish
from authority,
answering my
isn't it?
question?
Go ahead, Rezi. Finish
Okay.
your statement, and then we'll move
So
on.
here's the thing. I think it's bad because when we talk about things like the Van Allen belt and we talk about radiation being this omnipresent thing, we're going ahead and shrouding information from people and making it seem like all radiation's bad, when in reality, we're constantly underneath that radiation. This sort of misinformation is going to make people distrustworthy of other things, such as like fire detectors, which have radioactive particles in them, right? This is something I've heard in conspiracies. I think fire detectors are pretty cool.
you've heard somebody denouncing fire detectors.
Yeah, dude, because there's radioactive particles and shit in there. I shit you not. Yeah.
You're hanging out in the wrong parts of the internet.
Well, no, I'm not hanging out on the internet. I'm talking with like real life people. I'm sorry, dude. I go outside.
But you believe we should keep skepticism
even worse.
as a philosophy in science though, right? Just in general.
Yeah, skepticism is generally good. Yeah.
Yeah. So can you tell me what the
Reasonable-
scientific
reasonable
method is?
skepticism.
Reasonable.
Form a hypothesis. Is your
No,
first part.
That's
Yes.
not. No, it's
yeah,
not.
form a hypothesis.
Nope,
Observe,
wrong.
then form a hypothesis.
Thank you.
I will
Good.
always skip the observe part because I
Why?
think
Why do they do that? You think?
mostly, if you want me to be honest, it's because the hypothesis part is like you say a hypothesis usually, and then you re-observe, and you kind of like toy with it before you experiment.
I know.
So you have this like.
He
kind of
wasn't right, but he's right
like,
anyways.
You don't get to the point where you get to the experiment without retuning it with like further research, because you have the research before the experiment, which then can bring you back to the observe part.
Oh,
Yes.
do you want to throw that up, Sarah, so I can stop sharing screen?
Yeah, I can.
We can observe this guy.
Oh, this is the best. This is evidence, right? Here's
It's
your
so
evidence,
good.
guys, for India.
I mean,
Look
this
at that.
thing-
Look
this
at
is
that
the
prime
evidence.
minister, dude.
This
Look
is-
how happy he is. Oh
Look
my
at
gosh,
that,
India.
guys.
I mean,
That's
this
amazing.
Is,
There it
your-
is.
your
There it
percentage,
is.
right?
This is
that
India, and NASA congratulated them. I went
Yep.
right after I
Look at
saw
that,
this. I went to
guys.
Twitter to check NASA's Twitter. Sure enough,
So this is
NASA's co-signing this.
So this is what they
I
convey
played
to
this
the
game on my
audience, right?
calculator in high school.
Look at him.
I'm
Look at
glad that you guys are presenting.
Oh my god.
Look at that. That's the
Are they
evidence.
saying
I'm
that
glad
they
that you're presenting.
landed
our
on the
evidence.
moon?
That's the evidence.
Well, no, they're saying that we landed on the moon. Jim.
No, but that's their evidence.
No,
though.
you just showed us the evidence.
I know, but do you
That's my
accept that
evidence.
evidence? Did you see the picture they
No,
showed you?
I'm accepting. I accept your evidence.
Look how excited he is.
Dude,
He's really happy.
Dude, his
accept
family
that-
is
I
held
accept
hostage
that
somewhere for
evidence.
He
sure.
totally
Look at him.
thinks it's real.
Yeah. Look at all those secured government jobs just for showing you an animation. Can you imagine how celebrated they are? All those lanyards there, they're so happy that literally someone just transferred a yes, right? Do you like me, yes or no, through their system, and they're like celebrating. We've just allocated tons of fun. Now, don't get me wrong, it's good to give people jobs, and if that's a reason, you know, maybe it's justified if you're going to expand people's
Maybe we should
jobs.
just give
and
them
work.
money so they don't have to lie to people.
I would prefer that. I would prefer that. Flows.
Did you guys is it like universal basic income?
No, we're being hyperbolic. That
Oh,
that would be
sorry,
better.
I wasn't sure.
No,
That is
that's
essentially
Resi,
it.
that's
That's
going
what it
too
is.
far.
I
That's
know,
going too
Jim
far.
Bob.
Come on,
That's
buddy.
what it is. That's what it is.
Don't
No,
expect the best
sorry.
out of it. Come on.
That's what it is, though.
Oh,
That's
boy,
kind of what it
shit,
is.
Didn't realize
It is that, though.
To go back to your
It's-
earlier question though, like I mean, look, like I don't think that skepticism is a bad thing to have. Like to be a skeptic is not a bad thing. It's just that I would say that there is a harm that comes about from diving headfirst into the conspiracy, right?
What is
You're
it?
just
You
more.
think that
you're-
not believing what we just watched is real is too extreme of skepticism?
No, I'm not arguing that.
You don't want to
What are you
talking?
talking? Wait, hold on a second. I'm not talking about your video at all. I'm answering the question that Jim Bob was asking earlier.
Why
did-
aren't you talking about my video?
Hold on.
Because
hold on,
I'm
let me
answering the
respond to
question
it.
that Jim Bob was asking earlier.
Flo,
Why
let me
are you trying to
respond.
change the topic? Like,
Whoa.
because I'm not engaging with the very like
me
very
respond.
comical thing that you brought up. No.
Let me respond to her.
Yeah,
She's
go
talking
ahead.
to me. Let me respond to her for a
She's
second.
not
Go
talking
ahead.
to you. She's talking to Jim Bob.
Okay, let me respond to you.
That is
Do you think?
not Jim Bob,
Do you
close
think?
date, sorry.
No, I was
Do you
talking
think?
to Jim Bob.
Dude, holy shit! Do you think the harm that you're saying from denying something like the moon landing, let's say the Indian one we just saw, do you think the harm in disbelieving that is worse than India spending money on that program instead of maybe giving them toilets to shit in?
You know what's funny is that they have given them toilets to shit in. It's just
No,
that
instead
no,
of.
no, hold on though.
No, they still shit in the
it's-
streets.
No, but you're
Yes, they do.
you're also misunderstanding the
They don't have
toilet.
shoes,
You're
they don't have
you're also
water.
you're also
Let her-
misunderstanding
let her finish.
Okay,
the
yeah,
toilet
yeah. Let's
thing.
land
But
on
like,
the moon when you guys are starving.
yeah.
Great.
Oh wait, hold on.
I'm
You
just glad
guys,
he's getting
what
off.
do you think
Okay.
I'm Indian?
I'm just glad he's getting off the Jews for once. Thanks,
I
IC.
will never
Thanks,
get off.
Pete. You're gonna get those Soros checks, babe. Trust me.
I'm not actually Indian, but it's fine. I can see why you would make that assumption. But anyways, look, I'm not. My thing is that you're going to the most absurd, comical thing. Like, of course, sometimes India's a joke, right? Yeah. If you want to go ahead and like show me the most comical thing that you can think of, and like Flo State over here with his like chairs that look like they come out of your grandma's basement or whatever fucking else.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. That's one thing, right? But I would say that like the skepticism means that you're just more likely to believe other sorts of conspiracy shit.
What did
It's
I
not
ask you,
just
though?
it's
What did I
not
ask
just
you?
you asked me if it would probably be better for India to focus their efforts and their money on something that would like benefit their citizens' lives rather than
No.
like propagating a conspiracy. No.
No, that's not what I asked you. I said, is it more harmful to deny the moon landing than to not spend money that you would be allocating to the moon landing to help people? Which is more harmful, actually, in reality?
I would say that if you're so bought into the conspiracy, like if you're so bought into this conspiracy, yeah, it is pretty fucking harmful.
I
And
didn't
even-
ask if you thought it was harmful. Let me ask it again. What's more harmful?
Yes, this is more harmful. Disbelieving this
how
shit.
is it? Okay, listen to what everybody in the audience, listen. She just said it's more harmful for someone like me and Flow State to deny the Indian moon landing than it is to basically allocate money toward space rather than helping people who are
and how much money are you allocating? How much money are you allocating to these things?
Red herring.
Okay, no,
Why
wait,
are
you
we-
just
why are
asked
we
me. You just
doing
asked
this?
me. You just asked me. You just asked me
Why are we
if it's
moving
more
on to
harmful
harm?
for you. Wait, you just asked me. You just
Why are
asked
we moving
me
on to harm?
if it's.
As
You
though
just
the
asked
moon landing
me. You
occurred.
just asked me
I'd like
if
to
it
hear from Flow
allocates.
State. He had a thought. Please spit it out.
Why are we moving on to whether or not it's harmful to deny the moon landing as if it's already occurred? You skipped right over the whole fucking topic.
Because Jim Bob asked that question earlier. That's literally the question he asked. What's the harm in being skeptical?
You guys have no problem not answering or not abiding by Jim Bob's question. So just pull it back to where we're supposed to be.
The next question, and then you straw man the other person. It's fine.
So how is it harmful though? Let's start there then.
You've asked me if it's more harmful to disbelieve in whatever the NASA's putting out than it is to support put that money towards other things. And I'm asking you, but since you're talking about you disbelieve, you because
like 10 times?
And I'm saying that it's more harmful, and then now you're trying to flip it to
it's more harmful
because I'm comparing individual for individual.
Justify
For you it is more harmful. Hold on.
How?
Let me finish my fucking point. For you, it is more harmful for you to believe in this conspiracy than for you to put.
Harm?
What else do you believe?
What's the harm to me?
Yeah. What else? Yeah. It's the things. It's the when you believe in one conspiracy, you're way more likely to believe in another thing.
What's the harm? You're still restating
That's a slippery slope right there.
It's not actually a slippery slope. It's pretty well documented that somebody who believes in one kind of.
I'm asking you the harm.
What do you mean? Okay, hold on a second. Wait. Okay.
Anti-Semites like you get.
Do you think that it's harmful to believe in Bigfoot? Do you think that it can have any negative effect on your life if you actually believe in Bigfoot?
The question isn't whether or not it could. You argue that it does. It's on your burden is yours.
Yes. Why do you think
justify your claim right now?
Yeah, it's because
What's the harm in me denying the moon landing on me personally? Me.
It's a religion.
Anything that comes out of NASA, you're just not going to believe, correct?
You keep describing what was happening instead of justifying your claim.
Follow the line of thought.
No, just answer the question.
Okay.
You claimed it's harmful for me to deny the moon landing.
Even if we brought you, okay, let me finish then. Even if we brought you evidence, you would not believe it. You're already
that doesn't answer my question.
No, that does answer the question.
Finish, and then you can respond.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much. Okay, I'm answering the fucking question right now. I'm saying that the harm is in the problem. The problem is.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. It's okay if you have a response to that. That's fine. If you think that it's a stupid question or whatever, that's fine. Just let her spit it out. And then you can respond. All right.
Why is she telling us what we think?
I get it. I hear you, but let her finish it and then respond to it. Okay?
But she's asking a question, Sarah,
what I'm trying to say is that no amount of evidence that I bring you, or really any scientific body that brings you any amount of evidence, you will not accept it because you are so bought into this idea of the moon landing was fake. This has got to be fake. Let's analyze this. This data doesn't mean that it's real. Okay. This data doesn't equate photographs in my mind.
Waiting for the harm part.
Yeah.
The harm is that you say that what you presumably would believe it if you were presented with enough evidence, but no amount of evidence would ever be enough for you.
What's the harm again? Still waiting on the harm?
Will you stop trying to manipulate how we think and just present what you think?
It's not actually a manipulation of how you think. I'm just saying that something's broken inside your brain. I'm saying that you claim to be swayed by evidence, or you claim supposedly if somebody brought you evidence, you would believe it. And yet you're saying...
I'll still keep interrupting, and you can still keep lying about it.
I'm saying that you just wouldn't believe something if it came... If it popped out in front of you. If it popped out in front of you.
Was sign up for tier 2. Cause you're my Patreon girl, and your love for me depends on how much money that I pledge to you monthly.
Let me ask you.
Hold on, stop. Worst fucking channel ever. You all suck. You're all pissing me off. You're all interrupting, and it's driving me up a fucking wall. Nobody can hear what any of you are saying. I promise you, we can't. So please, even if whatever anybody on here is saying sounds stupid, please just let them finish it and then respond with, you sound stupid. Let's start there.
Let me ask you.
You sound stupid.
Let me ask it a
You sound
different
like
way.
a dirt fucking retard.
Watch how easy this is for you to answer. What's your name again?
Silverstein.
No, not you. No one cares what you're saying.
Okay.
Lady,
He goes, okay.
what's your name?
Oh, my name is Ice Beans, but
Ice
you know
Bean.
that.
Okay. Ice Bean. If I asked you, what's the harm in getting hit by a car, you could answer pretty quickly, right?
Sure.
Okay. So what's the harm in getting hit by a car?
You probably sustained some injuries at the very least. Sure.
Okay, great. So what's the harm in not believing in the moon landing?
It means that you are, you have a difficulty in accepting evidence that is placed in front of you.
Notice how she
Okay.
can't answer the question.
No, I've just answered. I've just answered the question. I've
What's
just
the
answered.
harm?
I've just answered you the question. I've literally
What's the
just answered the
harm?
question.
You described a difficulty. I asked you
Okay.
the harm.
Yes, because that can extend to other things. Correct.
So a slippery. So you're just inventing
It's not.
a
It's not.
possibility.
It's not an invention though,
That's what I
because
said.
you're
So
driving a
you
car
are
could potentially lead to dying. So therefore, it's harmful to drive a car, right? That's your
okay.
logic.
So wait,
You
you're
shouldn't
just
be able to
you're
vote.
giving me
You shouldn't be able to vote.
you're giving me a really simple like a really simple
And you can't
analogy,
answer
and then
it.
you're presenting it with a more difficult one that involves like structures in your brain. Like, come on.
What's
like,
the harm in
called a Mott and Bailey
disbelieving
fallacy.
What's the harm in disbelieving a moon landing? One more time.
Because you aren't able to accept evidence. That means that nothing will ever shake you from this belief. It is a belief. Correct?
That doesn't show me what the harm
Okay.
is. That describes what's happening.
It's because you haven't even followed my
You're
line of thought.
describing what's happening.
You're stopping at step 1, brother. Come
You're
on.
not answering.
You aren't answering. You're saying
describing
you are
the
you're
tautology of what
All
it
you
is.
said is that you can't convince him.
So
That's all
then
you
why
said.
would I accept anything that you say if no amount of evidence can change your mind once you've decided
It's
that
your
you
turn
believe
to say
in it?
something, and you present it anyways because we're not the only ones observing.
No,
right
but
now.
you still haven't actually
Look, would this work for
addressed
you?
my thing. No, you haven't actually
Ice Beam.
addressed my answer.
Ice Bean, would this work for you as an argument? Would you accept this? Ice Bean, it's very harmful for you to just believe what NASA's telling you. And you say, what's the harm? And I go, you're just believing what NASA tells you, and that could lead to believing in other things. Would you accept that as an answer, Ice Bean?
I'm sorry, were you talking to me?
Yes.
I said my name earlier, but if you can't say it
He
right,
only
that's all right.
sprinkled your name in between every 3 words.
I'll call you lady. If I told you you believe in NASA and that can cause you harm, and you say, what's the harm? And I say, well, believing in NASA could lead you to believing other things.
Yeah,
Would
sure.
you accept that as an answer?
Yes,
to what
because
is
there
harm?
could be other implications of that. No, I'd be some person who just believes everything that's placed in front of me.
So you oh, great.
So okay, I could follow your I could literally
you just
follow
ended
your
own
line.
argument.
Yeah, I literally followed your line of argument. Why can't you do that for
ended
me?
your own argument.
No,
You just ended-
that's
you don't know what
literally my
happened.
argument for
literally
you.
don't know what's happening.
I'm literally telling you that
No,
if
you're
you
stupider.
No, that's
so
sure.
dumb.
That's like a great argument right there. No, my point
No,
is
you.
that if you're able to sit there and actually take in evidence that contradicts your narrative so far, then sure, that makes sense. It means that
Oh my
you're
God.
able to learn and grow.
Lady, will you please present some evidence and see if it contradicts us instead of just telling us that we won't accept
But
it?
you've already said earlier that you
literally
wouldn't
can't.
accept evidence
Like,
that came
I
out of this
actually
shit.
literally opened this with saying
No.
I would explain the entire
Your
process of
evidence
how
is
we did-
literally just.
Why
it
are you
happened.
interrupting me?
Good point.
This is why.
Like,
Let
literally.
him go.
ahead.
No, let him go.
It's yours.
Razzie.
It's yours.
No, I'm
It's yours.
actually going to be serious. What the fuck are you doing here with
Go ahead, long hair.
This has been consistent throughout this. Is this not?
How many
You
times did you go to
started it.
Burning Man? How many
You're
Burning
doing
Man
it again.
appearances
They're
have you had?
Doing it again. They're doing it again.
Are you doing
Your-
acid right now?
I wish.
Did you turn your volume down, Rezi, or something?
No,
Rezi-
I don't know what the fuck happened.
Okay.
Rezi,
You
you're
said
in an
just
open
shout louder.
relationship,
To
aren't you?
begin with.
Hold on, I'm gonna adjust you on my.
He doesn't know about it
end.
though, but his
Little
girlfriend
low.
does.
I wish.
There we go. That's better. Okay.
Anyways, I was gonna that was my opening thing. Like we could go through the process of how we get to there. Get
Yeah,
the
tell
prop,
us.
Get the pictures,
Tell us the
all that.
story.
Do you want me to explain force
Yeah.
diagrams to you?
No, yeah. Tell us how we hijacked the moon's gravity to launch us back to the Earth. Tell us how that works.
Oh, do you know how angular momentum works?
No. Tell us all.
No, I'm actually asking if you know. This is really basic physics.
No, just pretend I don't know anything for the
so-
audience.
All right, so angular momentum is a combination of gravitational fall plus forward momentum.
What's gravity? What's gravity though?
Gravity is the process of mass creating a derangement within time-space. Creating
Derangement? You know about derangement?
Yeah, derangement, like
Yeah,
a
gotcha.
concaving of time-space, which ultimately draws.
Oh,
into-
time-space. How do you concave a concept?
It's not a
Time-space is made of what? That it
reality.
can be concaved.
It's just the
What's it made out of?
Of all things that are.
No.
like,
What
as we
is
live
the
in a
proper? What are the
dualistic
properties
universe.
of space-time such that it can concave, please, sir?
The properties of space-time come from Heisenberg's.
I didn't ask what it
theory.
comes from.
No,
What is
Heisenberg's
space-time made
uncertainty
of?
theory states that everything is
I
both
didn't ask for a theory.
particle and a wave at the same time.
I didn't ask
Those
for a
waves are
theory.
consistent flow through that actually allow for the.
So space-time is
ultimate of
physical?
time. Yes.
What is it made out of? Physical things are made of things, right? What is it made out of?
All things is the radio background of particles.
It's made out of radio
You know,
background.
because
so
the
radio
like, all
background waves
particles
are gravity.
Are all particles?
You don't know what the fuck
are
you're talking
particles or
about.
Waves? No, I do. Actually.
You don't know what you're
All
talking about,
Particles are
dude.
waves.
Okay. I didn't ask about particles and waves.
Well, no,
I asked you
did,
what is
because you asked me
space.
what time-space is made of.
What
It's
is
made of
space-time
particles and
made
waves.
out of?
Particles and waves.
So light.
All things.
All things are
all
particles
things
and
are
waves.
Particles and waves.
How did you? Okay, so is a tree?
Heisenberg's
Is a tree a
uncertainty
thing?
theory.
Is a tree a thing?
Yes, and is also
Okay,
a
so-
particle and is made of both particles
Okay,
and
so
waves.
can you see a tree?
Yep.
Okay, can you see space-time?
Yep.
Where
Because
did you
tree is
observe
part-
space-time?
Because tree is a part of space.
Where did you
It's a particle and a wave.
No. A
Yes,
tree
it is.
itself is
Yes,
not
it's a
identical.
part of- no, it's
okay,
literally a
dude, you're a
part
nonsense
of it.
machine. So
We're,
literally
we're in
part of
space
it.
right now. Did you know that?
Yeah, like we're part
no,
of it.
space
too.
is the
Congratulations.
no, space is a
That's how that
metaphysical
works.
term, by the way.
Yep.
Yep, it's space is what you call the basically the collection of objects, right? So you're referring to something in relation to objects. We're asking you a more specific question here. You're like space-time collapses
asked me
and
what space-time
dude,
is.
I'm talking right now.
Let him.
Okay,
let him
I'm not your dad.
I answered.
Okay, I know you're used to your mom talking over your dad, but I'm talking right now. So listen, space-time you just said, right? Gravity is space-time, right? That it collapses, right? And it bends
No,
things,
that's
right?
not what I said.
Does space-time bend?
Not what I said.
Does space-time bend?
That's not what I said.
I'm asking you.
Do you want me to answer? I said no. Space-time doesn't bend.
So how did you observe space-time doing anything?
Through relativity.
Through
theory.
relativity is
Through
not an
relativity
answer.
and Heisenberg's
Dude,
uncertainty principle.
You're literally
Heisenberg's
reciting
No,
garbage.
you're actually fucking up here. All right, you can build this
Heisenberg
off.
principle,
Do
something,
you believe in
something.
mathematics? Do you believe 1 + 1 = 2?
Yeah, that's logic. So
Okay,
yeah.
but that's mathematics. There is a
Yeah,
material
that's not
reason we
physical.
can- No,
Yeah,
there
that's
is a
not
physical. We do. There
Oh,
is
twos
physical
exist physically?
Yeah,
Where's
whole
a two
temperature.
exist physically,
When
sir?
if you have one apple and another apple.
No, that's an
then you have
apple.
two
That's
apples.
not a number,
No,
dummy.
that is actually a number.
Oh,
and that's-
two
This is
apples
so
are
far
twos?
away from proving. that we
You
went to
can
the
get
moon.
down to like blank lengths.
Ladies and gentlemen,
go, like,
apples are
up on
twos.
it.
Apples are twos now.
2 apples are 2s, correct?
Oh,
I
really?
like green
In
twos.
this
Green
Really?
twos are the
We're talking
best.
about
2 apples are
particles.
twos.
But we need
What
to go
kind of
back
cheese
down
do you
to
like?
Particles.
Flow state?
No.
Green twos.
Green.
Oh,
like
I
the
meant
green twos
cheese.
better than red twos.
I was asking about
I-
cheese.
I
What kind
love
of
all
cheese
three
do you like?
types.
Oh, I'm a mozzarella guy through and through.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's pretty basic, it's pretty childish, but it is for sure the best cheese of all. It's the superior cheese. Mozzarella supremacy.
No, Moz is pretty good.
Yeah, I was saying.
What's your favorite kind of cheese?
Apples are ones.
I'd say
Oranges are not ones.
I'd say Gouda, but that's like being fancy. You know what I
Really?
mean?
You are fancy.
All
Yeah.
ones and zeros.
But it's also
Nothing
but it's also not that kind of cheese that's super expensive. You know what I mean? So it's fancy, but it can also be cheap.
Guy over there, do you like cheese?
I can't actually eat it. I have a literal fucking issue. I don't have a problem
He
with
gets
milk.
bubble
It's
guts.
You mean an ethnic background that doesn't
Oh,
allow you to
stop
process?
that, Jim
I'm
Bob.
just
Yes,
asking.
Jim, ask the
that.
questions. Call me the king.
Jim
I'm
Bob.
just
No.
asking.
No, please. You're just asking questions.
That
Angloid.
seems to be a
I know,
thing.
Angloid. It's okay, buddy.
Is it not a thing?
What?
Jim Bob.
I'm
I
just.
don't know.
This
Jim
is a
Bob. Ask a
descriptive.
question.
It has nothing to do with the debate.
It has
Okay, cool.
everything to
All right,
do
let's get back.
with
Let's get back to the
Come
It
on.
has to do with cheese,
Come on,
okay? The
because
moon
we
is
can't
made of
trust
cheese.
us.
What about cream cheese? Is cream cheese included in that?
Oh, cream cheese is
No more cheese.
I have a question. I have a question back to the topic, please. When they keep saying they promise to go back, is there any threshold at which you'll go, that is kind of weird. They keep promising and they just never do it. Is there any time, like, is it 10 times, or I'm asking seriously? I'm not being facetious. I just want.
I mean, okay. Oh, go ahead. Reggie.
Failure of the current program. I would actually say, yeah, maybe you could ask questions about it, but I think it would be failure of the current program would be like the major part, as well as private investment. Though I think honestly, if we're going to be looking at space travel, I think it's mostly going to be private, including traveling to Mars and stuff. I think that is going to all get privatized.
And yeah, but Rezzy, I'm asking you, is there a threshold where you? I'm not asking you to go full conspiratard. I'm just saying, like,
a failure of the current program, or 4 or 5 years for private industries.
And you're just like, you would ask, like, what the hell's going on here?
Not like probably like fully. I would ask, like, why aren't we actually moving? Where is our government funds going? Because I think that's actually probably why you don't like the idea of us doing the moon thing, because we're giving unequitable amounts of money unquestionably to an organization.
I don't necessarily want to help India, but
well, I know that, but I'm saying for like America, like that's probably why you don't want this. You don't want to waste
guess one
our money.
aspect. Yeah, one aspect.
Well, the thing is, like right now, if fucking Elon Musk doesn't fucking get us on the fucking moon,
he's not gonna do it, dude.
Well, no, but here's the thing. Then we have to question why the Trump administration's wasting our fucking money.
I think look. Let me put on my conspiratard hat, and you just guys entertain me. You can call me an idiot. I'm used to it. It's fine. To me, it would make sense that if you had a sort of like this endless funding toward NASA, and all you really had to do is produce data and imagery to keep people sort of excited, make sure that T-shirts are printed at Urban Outfitters and so on. MTV holds the thing. You got that going. If you wanted to use that funding and maybe invest covertly in more local, spacecraft, more local weaponry, more local surveillance, I feel like that would be a perfect cover. That's all I'm saying. Is like governments are not foreign to cover to doing these kind of operations where one thing looks like it's being funded, but it's actually an allocation program towards something that you don't know is happening.
We already have the NSA. The NSA literally is actually doing exactly what you're saying. It is funded by taxpayers. Yes.
I thought the NSA was kind of like...
No, the NSA literally archives all data that gets traveled over the fucking internet. Like, literally everything.
So you're saying that you can't think of any reason they would want to not give up $800 million a day, or 80, whatever it was?
Well, yeah, but like for what Jim Bob's arguing 63. Is that we aren't living in a police state. We already are. I don't
No, that's digital, though. That's a different... I would argue that that would be a different category I'm talking about.
I'm surprised that you don't think that the governments just spy on you.
I'm talking about sky stuff.
No, stop. They already have the physical too. Like, we found this out through like the fact that one, if you have a Tesla, right, they can record, they can access your cameras whenever they want, all the fucking time. Yeah. We know that because Elon's done that. He did that with the guy that
that's on the ground, though. I'm not talking about ground.
Yeah, that's material, right? How many Teslas are out there? How many charging stations are out there? Everything we do is being recorded, Jim Bob. It's already happening.
I know,
it's
but
already
I'm not talking about that.
It's literally already happening. Why are you pretending like it's not happening?
I'm not talking about that.
This isn't a conspiracy.
I'm not listening to what I'm saying. Happening. I already know that at the ground level. I'm talking about I'm talking about I'm talking about things in the air, so to speak.
Like the Starlink satellites that are
watching. No, that's knowable. That's something they give you knowledge of. I'm talking about things in the sky that they don't give you knowledge of.
Yeah, but that's the Starlink satellites. We know that from the we know
Are
that
you
from,
not listening to me?
We actually know that the Starlink satellites feed data back on imagery to the Department of Defense.
Let me try this one more time.
That's also happening.
You you're not listening.
I'm not getting it because you keep saying things that you say aren't happening. I'm conspiracizing now. And I don't know how I feel about this.
Welcome. Yeah, welcome. So what I'm asking is, I'm saying that you and I wouldn't know the thing I'm referring to that's being invested in.
Say that one more time. Sorry.
I'm saying is it possible for governments to allocate funds through some sort of FACE program, the FACE space program? Is it possible for our governments to do that, but they're actually funding something more local that you and I don't know the program? Isn't that totally reasonable to think that those programs exist?
Can I say?
I'm curious as to why would they do that?
Because it's actually a double.
Why would they do that?
No. Actually, stop. No, it's unreasonable because it's a double redundancy.
What? What do you mean?
It's a double redundancy in the first place. We know that all this stuff exists through the Department of Defense and the NSA.
We're talking about
we don't need to know where the money's going to know that if they have a pipeline of free money, they're probably not going to just turn it off.
We know where the money's going because we already know that they're doing it.
Is it possible there's something they're doing that you and I don't know? You keep listing things you know about.
Yeah, but I don't. How do I know what I don't know, Jim Bob?
Exactly, dude. That's exactly it.
You're saying about surveillance, right?
Not just surveillance. I just mentioned that one. You're kind of running with that. I shouldn't have even said that.
What other things are they poisoning us? Is that
no, like invisibility crafts, manipulation.
Invisibility crafts?
Hold on. Manipulation of like
That sounds so cool.
Dude,
why aren't they telling us they're making
hold on a
invisible
second, dude.
ships?
Wouldn't it be at this? Wouldn't you think it's the peak
Where
time?
are they? Where are they?
Wouldn't you?
We're
think
just talking about camouflage.
Oh my God,
or selling selling aliens to the population. Wouldn't
I
you
would
say
buy one.
governments? Wouldn't you say governments? Dude, let me.
You wouldn't
finish.
believe it was an alien. What do you mean?
No, listen. I'm not talking about me. I'm saying if you were to team up with governments, right, and work out some sort of system, wouldn't aliens be a really good way to sort of control people by faking aliens?
Why wouldn't you just do communists?
Communism can never.
You don't have to fake
work.
those. You literally just called me one, right?
Well, I think you're a communist, but
Well, that's fine. Okay, but like, why not just do communists? Like they already
You
do
can't.
that. Literally, all of this.
Yeah, why not invest in something that already kind of
Like,
exists,
communism
right?
costs money. That's why it never works. It's always funded by capitalists. That's why it's always been funded by capitalists.
I'm just. I don't understand why you're suggesting that they're doing these things, and you're not complaining about those things. And it seems like you aren't even aware of the
So
NSA
wait.
recording everything we do and stuff like that.
No. The NSA is
How do
irrelevant.
you not? How do you know? So you know that NSA copies all down
Yeah,
online.
it's irrelevant. It's
How is it
to the-
irrelevant?
Why is that relevant to what I'm saying?
Saying they were doing surveillance with money.
But
Right?
you keep going with the word surveillance as opposed to everything else I said.
Yeah, because I don't
Local-
really. I can see an invisibility
I
card.
said local weaponry, dude. Did I not say
asserted? We have asserted if you cannot see it, it's not real.
local weaponry?
Yeah,
Which
but
one's
but NASA doesn't
local
just.
local weaponry, more local, not super space out there, right? They have everyone fixed out there in space, right? I'm saying the government using NASA, it's a perfect face to get money, to then say, oh look at all this fun space stuff, right? Here's your space lunchbox, you know, go to space camp, right? All that stuff. I'm saying like it would make sense, like if someone was tasked with using money that's supposed to be for one thing, but it's actually used for another thing. How is that hard to conceptualize for you, for a government to do, especially in regards to specialty warfare systems?
I think the reason why it's kind of hard to conceptualize is because everything you've described is stuff that if we were to go through like MK Ultra, other financial reports, it's stuff that we are just doing and we just talk about. And I think that it's like I like the invisibility stuff. That was stuff we tried to do with MK Ultra with the.
You don't believe that the government does redundancies?
I understand that, but like what you're saying is.
You don't think the government does stuff you don't know about?
Okay, yeah, no.
That's what you're saying.
There's stuff that I do that you don't know about.
You're literally saying the government, anything the government's doing, we already know about. That is the most naive.
No, he's saying he doesn't know what he doesn't know. He's saying he doesn't know what they've hidden.
Great. So don't ask any questions then, because you just don't know.
Don't buy wolf when there's not
Yeah.
anything they point to, right? Because like then it makes people don't tune out.
Well, no. How can you point to something if you don't sniff around?
But wait,
So why?
how can you point?
Why would? Why would you gaslight people?
pointing?
Why would you gaslight people
Why are
for
you
taking a
gaslighting
position to investigate and get a little bit rigorous with something like NASA? I think it's a good idea.
Because I think there's a lack of rigor that you're employing.
There could be a lack of
You're
rigor.
not making any positive affirmative statements
Dude,
on other parts
the
of this.
question
You're
isn't-
saying there's conspiracy. Have you filed any FOIA requests for any of the information that the government's?
Have you seen that the request for
Can you answer my
NASA
question
spending?
about the FOIA request thing? I'm actually just wondering.
What was the question?
Have you ever filed a Freedom of Information Act request?
No,
a
many
FOIA
people. No, people
What
have
is
done that.
What
No,
do you
but
think
have-
needs to be requested?
No, that's not what I'm saying. All right, so Jim Bob disbelieves
All
the moon
documents proving that NASA faked the moon landing?
stuff. Buddy, I'm saying
Can
Jim
I
Bob,
just write an email?
Well, I think that might be part of it. But Jim Bob is asserting that he has all these questions about this, and I'm wondering if he did the investigation of a FOIA request act for.
No, but
like,
I've
for-
seen. But no,
like,
but
do you-
however, I've seen that it's come out that NASA's spending was all so crazily mismanaged, and they just kind of shoved it under the rug. Right?
Why
It
didn't
was.
you-
It was
FOIA
absurd.
request that,
What,
though, brother?
What?
You
What?
can literally FOIA request that sort of shit. You know?
Talking to your
didn't
mic,
say
you dummy.
can't. I'm telling you that it's already been demonstrated that they're a total shit show. So they're already mismanaging it.
You know that, though, if you don't like actually get the.
So you're
documents-
okay. So again, if
When you're
if-
making a positive claim that it's a shit show, I'm asking why don't you prove to me it's a shit show?
what?
I don't
Prove
think
to
it's
you
a
that it's a shit. Okay. all right.
Because you already won't believe anything we've
I already
decided
looked it up,
beforehand.
dude.
No, actually, you could prove to me misallocation and mismanagement of funds.
Nope, you've already made up your mind.
That's super
Yeah,
easy
just like
to
you've made
do.
up your mind about the evidence.
Yep.
Yeah, but like this is the thing. This is you finally.
We should
made
go
it
back to
positive.
talking about cheese. That was a good
Okay.
conversation.
Okay. Let me
That
ask
was
you
a good
though.
conversation.
If okay, like let me ask you: is misallocation of funds to some like crazy degree a good enough reason to sow distrust in, let's say, one agency that's doing it? Is that fair?
Sure, but then you
I
could
think
talk about that with other things too,
I
not
really
just
wanna
like
hammer this
NASA.
down, and I want to stick with NASA, if that's
Sure.
okay. Just personally, I don't want to expend this out to like Department of Defense, CIA, and all the rest of that because we know about black
Nobody
sites.
cares.
Don't report on black sites. If we can limit it to NASA, I would be much more comfortable with whatever you present.
To NASA, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And then the
Go ahead.
other thing.
Okay. Okay. So let's look at this. Ready? Watch this. Just let me. You asked for this. So okay. So the thing that was looked into, an internal NASA memo earlier revealed the agency had underestimated operating costs by $846 million. Is that
out of a
is that
20? So out of a 27, what? It's 27.4 billion operating, right? So approximately 3%.
Okay, but still, is that
It's approximately 3%.
You're like okay,
it's
great.
approximately 3%. I think that if people didn't get fired for fucking that up, yeah, that's probably a problem. And that actually leads to us saying, hey, maybe we need to look at the government agency. That doesn't have anything to do with the validity of information that's coming out there, especially if NASA's the ones themselves that are saying, hey, we fucked up. Like,
And what
we
is
should-
it? What is it
that's
you
okay.
think you're getting? Do you believe you're getting by allocating that many funds to NASA in the first place?
It's
NASA
again,
does a
what
bunch
I'm
of things.
getting is not the question. We're talking about misallocation of funds.
I'm
and,
asking you,
as-
what are you getting in
Well, no.
return?
No, you're shifting this from should I trust them to what do I get from them? I get nothing from Ice Beans. Okay, I'm like friendly with her. I get nothing really from her.
Do you pay her?
No, I don't pay her.
Okay, so what are you talking about?
But here's the thing. So what is the point of us going into your
Because-
second part when I'm
because
just saying misappropriation?
Okay, but
Wouldn't
wouldn't
you
misappropriate? Okay,
right?
Wouldn't if there was allocation to certain agencies, right? And they weren't giving you anything in return, isn't that enough to go, oh, okay, well, maybe I should look at this? If there's nothing that's given in return, isn't it a fair position to go, well, maybe they shouldn't be funded if they're not giving anything in return?
Yeah, but
so I'm asking you.
But that's why we do the misallocation things, and then they're allocating the rest of it, and we do accountability processes for that, like how you would.
So you just don't have an answer to
I don't
what is
have an
it
answer
you get
to, like,
in return.
what I get from them, just the same way I don't know what I get from. I guess we need to defund the Marines and Army because I don't get anything from the military.
You don't?
I don't.
No, yes, you do.
What?
You get basically you get the assumed protection in the instance of invasion.
What do you mean? What invasion?
Well, you don't
From
know what
who?
that means?
No, who's gonna invade us?
That's not. Did you eat breakfast this morning? And how would you feel if you didn't? How would you feel if you didn't eat breakfast this morning?
Gonna invade us. How would I feel? I would feel really hungry.
I didn't
right
ask.
now. So hungry
He's heard this question before. We need a
Gotcha.
different hypothetical.
You do
No,
need a
I'm
different
literally
hypothetical. This
asking-
is very
I'm not
classic.
convinced that was.
So
This
I
is a
say,
classic
why do we
one,
have
okay?
a military?
Yeah.
I ask you, why do we have a military? You ask, why do we have a military? I say, well, because the military is there in the event many times in history that's proven
Why-
to happen. This thing happens. That's why there's a military. And you're like, yeah, but why is there ever a military? I mean, this is insane.
Yeah, but
Not
you could
like-
say that.
I
You
don't know,
could
like I don't know, like history
Yeah.
has been filled with need for a military. That's all. Just induction, basic induction.
But here's the thing: is like now you're talking. You're still not. You've still not made the link
What's
between.
the harm in disbelieving NASA?
No, you're not. You've still not made the link between like a particular agency's like potential mishandling of funds and like the validity of the information that comes out of them. You still haven't like you haven't demonstrated.
I never made the argument. So
yeah,
that's a
but no,
straw
but that
man,
is what.
Missy.
No, but that's what you're asking. You're asking.
No, I
you're
didn't
talking
ask
about.
that. You're just a liar.
You're talking about the
We got on the money because
You're
we started off with
asking
It's too
about.
expensive to
Do you
go to
like
the
just
No,
dentist.
you're
lying out of your
asking.
mouth?
You're asking what would it take
You
for
think you
us
can
to
put
go
highlights
ahead
in your
and
hair and you get
you
to lie
think
now?
you think you just went ahead and asked what would it take to disbelieve, like what how much
What's
would
the
they have to
threshold?
fuck up? Yeah, exactly. So that's
Yeah.
why I'm asking is like why are we talking about mishandling of funds?
We cannot talk about it anymore. I'm just saying
Okay.
it's another element for what.
But
would
you still haven't
constitute-
made that link though. That's my point.
I didn't make that link.
You
You're just
did.
assuming I made
You
that
did.
link.
You
and I
asked
never
us.
did
You
it.
asked us what
You
would
don't
it
have
take.
a working brain.
Yeah,
right?
again,
You're making
I'm
links
gonna
that
go
don't
back. I'm
exist.
gonna go back to what you said earlier. Basically,
Maybe it's just
You
working
you said
way too
you
fast.
said you said
Maybe it's working way too fast for us.
yeah,
we should
yeah,
talk
yeah,
slower.
yeah. It's okay. You can slow down that hamster
Is
brain.
it
It's fine.
possible
It's
that you
fine.
made
We're
a
playing
So
checkers
basically,
and he's
you
playing chess.
you just said what would
I
it
never
take?
made the argument.
You just asked us what would it take for us to disbelieve that, and then y'all started talking about mishandling of funds. And my question is, what's the link? Why are you talking about mishandling of funds? Does it demonstrate that their whatever comes out of NASA is invalid?
No.
If they
No.
mishandle funds?
Nobody said that.
Okay, so then why bring it up?
Why bring it up if no one said that, dummy?
You literally
You
brought
brought
up.
it-
You
you brought-
literally
you're actually the
you
one that
brought no
brought it
wait
up
no
because
y'all
you brought up
y'all
the
have
money.
literally been
That's why
talking
we
about
haven't been back
y'all
to
have
revenue,
literally
Lloyd.
been talking
Why
about
bring up something you never
mishandling of
said?
funds. Yeah, it's almost like you have like some kind of brain worm or something. It's like, hello, do you not remember what you just literally
The point
talked
is
about
that
5
there's
minutes
plenty
ago?
of money there to buy fuel, and there's plenty of money there.
Okay, so you are talking about
to
mishandling of funds.
incentivize
Good,
people
got
to
it. Just wanted to
continue
make sure.
push
Just
NASA,
wanted to make sure you
even
were
if we
talking
didn't go to
about
the moon.
this.
You're yelling.
Amazing.
Lady, you're yelling
Just
from the
wanted to make
kitchen.
sure. Just wanted to make sure you were talking about mishandling of funds.
Nobody
All
made
right,
the
cool.
link
Yeah, I
that
was
you
talking
said
at the same
that.
time as you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's fine. You did make that link, but that's okay.
it's-
We can
it's
move.
totally fair.
We can
It's
move
to-
on. It's all right. You
It's-
made that link,
yeah.
but now
All right,
you're just
what
trying
next?
to walk back on
Lot
it.
of
It's all
talking.
right. It's okay.
Lot of words.
It's all
Nothing
right.
said.
It's okay, bud. You're fine. We can move on.
No, he's not. She's gaslighting you again.
So,
Do you
so
think the Jews control NASA?
Oh no,
I don't
let's
think
be
so.
mindful.
I
Oh
don't
dear
think so.
Jesus, please.
I don't
You
think
should
that's
just throw
lucrative.
the
I don't think
gauntlet
that's
down on that question entirely.
I don't think that's
He's just
lucrative
jacking
enough.
off. It's fine. He's just asking questions.
Just
I'm,
ask the question.
I'm starting to like him. At least he can take he makes it fun. You make it fun.
He looks like he's having fun.
Yeah, I honestly, see. The thing is, I really like the hot seats on these because I think they're really fun to inject. Like unit flow state, we kind of half argued about this on a hot seat once. I love the hot seat things. That's why I'm,
If
you know.
you guys want to do hot seat,
I'm gonna be
What is
honest.
it?
I
What's
don't
hot
really
seat?
What
know
is the
what
hot
else
seat?
to go into.
I forgot what it is.
So hot seat is where I bring up one caller at a time, and they get 10 minutes. We can do that if you guys want to go into that mode, because we still have like 30 minutes before
Yeah.
the 11.
I don't know where else we would go.
I'm
I
fine,
think that
yeah.
we've covered a lot of stuff. I mean, it's just fundamental disagreements on levels of trust in information institutions. I think that's a fair statement of our
Do
disagreements.
you guys have
right?
any friends? Do you have any friends who are moon deniers?
I thought he was just gonna
No.
say
I know
Not
one.
the
I know
friends.
one person. I don't know
Any
if I
friends?
called him a friend though, but yeah, I know one person.
I got you. But I mean, from your guys' view, there's much worse positions and views than.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Then-
anti-Semitism.
Well, that's,
I think that something that's like fundamental that's disconnected is
Racism
that
generally bad. I think.
Yeah,
of
there's a lot of
Jews are
there's a lot
anti-Semite,
more worse
It's
things
fine.
than
It's still
disbelieving in the
racism.
moon.
They're still doing
Sure.
it bad.
yeah.
Kanye's a racist.
Do you guys
Kanye's
understand
Let me
that?
ask. Let me ask.
Yeah.
The panel has to agree. If we don't agree, I won't do it. But do we want to go into hot seat and introduce one caller at a time for the
You
next
guys
30
want to run
minutes?
through that? I think that's fine.
I'm
gonna be
alright
honest,
with that.
I don't know where
Can-
else we would go.
Other than
before
talking
you do
about
that-
cheese, unless you
before
want
you do that, I gotta
us to
go.
talk about cheese for the next 30 minutes, okay?
Okay.
I do
Yeah.
like cheese, but I have a question before we go to hot.
Guys, lay off the fucking cheese.
Why?
Flo, I heard you. Jim Bob, yes or no?
yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay, then Flo, ask your question, and then while you're doing that, I'll go ahead and
Sorry about that.
I will drop the StreamYard link. Everybody, we might have to shorten it because I have a feeling that a lot of people might come up, but we'll see. If you guys want to drop the links on your channels, I think Rezi, Ice Beans, Flow State, and Jim Bob are all streaming. They're welcome to pin the open panel hot seat on theirs as well. So I will go ahead and do that. In the meantime, Flo, go and ask your question.
Do you guys understand that for you, the individual, your own firsthand experiential evidence, and what you're told are not equivalent in validity.
Depending.
So you think that sometimes you can trust what you're told more than you can trust what you've experienced?
So yeah, because there are things that I know that I haven't experienced, right? Like for instance, like there are certain like math, like Heisenberg's uncertainty formula, right? Like if you break it down from like where everything, like where it comes from as like a descriptor, I can't experience it, but I do know that it exists, and I can prove that existence by having experiments to prove that, but I can't actually experience it.
But with
Like, the
things that we
idea of
can
particle
experience.
invalid.
With
yeah,
things
but
that we
I-
can experience.
Yeah, but I can believe that though, and I can look at that as fact, even though my eyes can't see individualized atoms, right? Like I believe atoms exist, and I
Would
haven't
you-
experienced atoms.
Would you believe Heisenberg if his last name didn't end in Berg?
Yeah, the math. Is
Oh my god.
I'm just wondering,
I actually-
Sarah.
He's just asking questions, it's fine.
I can actually answer this. Yeah, there was a scientist at the same time who was an English scientist in America who came up with for the same stuff on literally the same day, but Heisenberg published first in Germany. So yeah, so like no, the math
in
is
Germany too, right?
But yeah, no, the
Wow.
math is really, really solid on the whole thing. That's like actually why I like Heisenberg's uncertainty theory.
Do you think
stuff.
math explains things or just describes things?
Is there a difference?
Yes, scientifically. Yeah.
What do you mean? What's the difference between explaining
Well,
and describing?
this is goes further. It is related, but like.
Are you saying like a holistic description versus like a kind of small based description?
Well, what I'm saying is that math we use to describe, so we can describe things through mathematical formulas and see if they're consistent. But an explanation in science is something that can only be done through experiment. So math itself isn't a replacement for experiment, and that's why there's a distinction.
Well, yeah, but the issue is though math and like proofs and stuff can be part of an experiment.
That's
because
right.
like for instance, like Euler's stuff specifically is like often looked at as an experiment within math that then ends up getting proven much
Yeah,
later,
you can use math
right?
and science. I'm just making the distinction
Yeah, I'm just
between
saying, like,
explanation and description.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm trying to say is that you can have math and experiment within math on math, and that's like how we get like I think Euler had like some things.
But
that
you're
he
getting
projected.
too deep into the muck.
Yeah, and just
Really,
just to very quickly answer your question in a very short way. Basically, like it would be utterly exhausting to go ahead and like independently verify every single thing that you like implicitly believe. That's kind of my understanding of it.
Right.
I'm not like if I get on an airplane, I haven't literally sat there and examined how flight operates, right?
Absolutely not. Right. Most of our worldview is constructed by things that we are taught or adopt from other people around us.
Sure.
I'm not disputing that, but when your real experience and what you've been told about things don't reconcile together, don't you think your real experience is more reliable than what you've been told?
It kind of depends though, because your real experience could actually mislead you, even in pretty visceral cases, right? Like our body, for example. I just want to give you an example. For example, like our body, like we're just like biologically programmed. Like if we've eaten something and we get sick later, our body's way more likely to then, in the future, reject that. Like you are probably going to feel some level of revulsion towards that food, even if that food isn't the thing that actually made you sick, right? So that's a real experience.
Yeah, like,
you might think that's what got you sick.
Yeah, like once.
Right, but that is.
You can't eat sauerkraut?
Yeah, when I was
because of the history, because of the 40s.
Oh my God!
It's funny, Sarah. He can take it, dude. Look at it. He likes comedy. He can take it.
No, the thing is, I had some
He's a
overripe
good sport.
sauerkraut. I had some overripe sauerkraut that caused me to get food poisoning when I was like 5. I can't be around the smell at all. It makes
So
me
sauerkraut is actually the issue then that you had. Like, so that would be a real experience.
Well, yeah, but now I can eat some cabbage, but like I can't eat sauerkraut, and it's terrible. Now I can't.
No, but like it made him sick. It made him sick once, right? It wouldn't always make him sick. right?
I've been pinning my foreskin back up, dude. It's been a whole thing.
Oh my!
You have foreskin?
fucking
That's a
Jesus
miracle.
I'm trying to grow it back, and Bob, you have no idea.
You're trying to grow it back.
Trying to grow it back.
I'm
Hey, I know how this country's going. It's me fucking
Dave, once you start talking,
All right,
I
you
will
got me.
start
You
your
you made me
timer.
laugh there.
No,
And I'm gonna I've
That was
got 4
good.
backstage since we are limited on time now.
You're
with,
good. I
with
probably
that-
won't need the whole 10 minutes. It's 7 minutes anyway.
Trying to grow it back.
I pretty much
Amazing.
just have a question. First, hi, I'm Dave.
Hey.
How's
What up,
everybody
Dave?
M. Dave, what's up?
So I have one main question for the non-believers, at least. It'll be the same question for the believers after. What would it take for you to believe that the moon landing was real?
I hate this. Let me go first. Take that question and shove it up your bald-headed ass. That is the most obnoxious. We can't know what
Yes,
we don't
yeah,
know.
I'm not
It's
doing
for
this
me to
either.
check if you're good faith and you're.
No, we can't know what we don't know.
Because this is
Wait.
no, wait. May I actually join with you guys? Sorry.
Please
But
do.
Here's the thing. What is the thing that's going to require? I assume everybody on this panel is pretty well versed. So when you're going ahead and saying to them, what is it that's going to require you to actually believe in this? It's making an assertion that they haven't fully constructed this out in the first place. There would have to be some tactical flaw completely within the logic that they or we are presenting. That is an obvious question. There's no reason for you to ask this question unless you're going ahead and listening to some beta cuck like Destiny who leaks private fucking images and sucks Nick Fuentes' cock. Okay?
That was a way better answer than I gave. That was way better than mine.
M. Dave, you said
Yeah.
Was real or is real?
That it was real. That the original moon landing was
Yeah.
real and
See,
not fake.
I brought this up to my fellow conspiratards. I said the problem with our view in saying that's fake is that presupposes there's something real to reference to know the difference between a real moon landing and a fake one, but we don't have access to it. But I also argue that because of the inability, the inaccessibility of what you know a moon landing would look like, we just can't know. So if you're asking me what would it take, I would take Flow State's cross-examination there and say it might actually take someone I know going or me going. And I know that's a high, I mean, that's a lot, right? That's a lot.
Even if that
but-
person, okay, but
It's
okay.
fair though, but it's
that's
a lot.
fair
right?
answer because that's what it would take.
Well, there's a lot of
It's
different ways
still
to answer the
something
question,
that would
though.
change your mind.
It would,
That's all I'm
Right?
asking.
Because
What would
it could
change
be
your
this
mind?
or this or this. Presumably, there's about a bazillion different ways
You know
you can
what?
construct the answer to
I'm on
that.
the other
I'm
side,
actually
and I
gonna
do
say,
have an answer.
Here's the only way you can prove
So
to me
that's
it's
why I
fake.
think it's weird that you guys can't figure out an answer.
Well, yeah, but
That's my
here, I
answer.
can do the
Or
same
think it's
thing.
wrong.
I need to get sent there specifically to the area where they said that they landed, and I have to see literally nothing that's left there because there's still shit there that we can look at.
No,
All-
you can't look at it.
All I would need is.
Oh, no,
proof
if I
that
go there, I
was
can,
a-
Jim
Oh, yeah,
Bob.
yeah, if you go there, yeah.
All you need is what?
You and
All I
me
would need
hand
is
in hand. We're going to the
proof that
moon,
there
Jim
was a-
I
Bob.
will go with you if
I
we
know,
raise the
dude.
funds.
I still can't hear you,
I'm
Dave.
way
Turn your
back,
shit up
so-
and yell.
All I
okay.
would need is proof that there was a staging of it, like some
But
kind
what's
of
proof?
footage. Of,
Wait,
some kind of
staging.
footage-
Well,
Wait, are you
hold on.
trying to
We're
prove
telling you
the?
that it was staged? Is that proof?
What? Say that.
But then you get in. You're saying all you would need to change your mind is proof. Sure.
No.
Same with us. All we
No,
would
no,
need
no,
is
what
proof
I'm-
that it wasn't
What I'm
staged.
saying is, like, if there was leaked footage of them setting up the cameras and Neil Armstrong standing there giving a speech or stepping out of the thing from a different angle, and you see that it's a film set and not a.
Okay,
Well,
I do have
Actual moon.
evidence, okay, of something that's kind of like that, M. Dave, is that there is a photograph of Werner von Braun standing in front of a perfectly exact model of the lunar lander in the scene of on the moon, basically, like the entire scene.
Where-
And we searched for it, right? And I tried to find where that was originated, and people said, well, it's from this World Fair market that was in Chicago, I believe. I could be wrong about the state.
What year?
So I looked into it. Yeah, it was 1967, or I'm not sure what year. It was around. It may have been 1969 actually. And so I looked for the fair, and there was no documentation of a very popular World Fair with a lot of photos, consistent photos of this fair. And supposedly this was set up at the fair, and yet there's no photos of anybody, because they said no, that was at a fair. They set up the moon, they made it look like the moon, and Werner von Braun is standing in front of the LEM. And I looked up the fair, and I couldn't find. It wasn't in the paper. and there wasn't any other photos of like common people going to the fair taking photos of this thing, there would be endless photos of this thing at this specific fair, and yet that's their alibi, is that this photo was from this specific fair, and yet it replicates perfectly the image of the LEM on the moon with the exact lighting and everything, with Wernher von Braun looking right at the camera. And I'm like, oh, well, that's not proof, but if you ask for evidence. And so when I saw that, and I did my own research, right, because that's what conspiratards do, is I couldn't find more images. And I thought, well, it's reasonable to think if there was a fair and it was really popular that people were going to the moon, you know how many people would want a photograph at that time of that
You have the
model at a
photograph?
fair? What? I'll try to find it right now, actually.
Yeah, can you send me that? Have
Yeah,
you ever
yeah.
like reverse Google image searched it by chance?
No, that's a good idea.
Or put it in the back.
Oh,
If you can.
Dave, did
Hey.
you want to have any finishing? You do have like a minute and a half left.
No, I'm good. Just don't kick me out yet. I want
what's
to
your
catch
favorite
this,
cheese?
link.
Favorite cheese, quick, go,
Brie.
go, go.
Favorite cheese? Yes.
Brie.
Okay, cool. Good.
Ooh,
Brie's
okay.
good.
All right, mood.
Okay, here.
Probably too fancy
I
for
do
a flow
this?
state.
Copy
though.
I
it,
don't
save
know.
it.
Oh, you probably if
Brie's
you have like an
just fun.
immigrant or something, you post in the side chat.
Okay, I'll just download it and put it in,
Mm-hmm.
or just the, Sarah, can you do this maybe? I'll put the link.
Yeah, I just need just send me.
You
the
can
link,
drop
bro.
me in the back. I just don't kick me off yet completely. I want to grab the link when he posts it.
Also,
look
EMP
at this
Dave,
pic.
have I seen you around before somewhere
Yes, you
else?
have.
Yeah, I'm all over the place.
Yeah.
Hell
do that.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay. I thought you
I'm
looked
very
familiar.
random. All right. Have a wonderful
Say
night,
goodbye,
everybody.
Dave.
So check that out.
Thanks so
Check
much.
this photo out.
I will.
Okay.
It's in the
Also-
private chat.
Let me thank Mark for the Cash App. He says, "This debate
Not
is
till
gold."
the end.
I don't know when when the end was.
I'm going to
How
tell
long do
you
you
when
think
it's
I'm
the
gonna wait for?
end. Justin Henley, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right, we're not going to flash anything on screen that people shouldn't be seeing, correct?
Correct.
All right. Go ahead, and I'm going to restart your timer.
All right. I got a question for the NASA supporters. How exactly does your science break the firmament?
Oh my!
What?
Oh my.
Are we doing the flat Earth thing?
No, that doesn't.
No, it doesn't mean flat Earth.
What do you mean
Do you
by
not know what the firmament is?
No, I don't know what the firmament
This is,
The firmament
yeah.
is
No,
God's
no.
barrier between the earth and the heavens. You can't
Jim Bob and I
leave
had this
the
solidly
earth.
won until now.
Where's God? My God talked to me. He said that he took that away.
Well, he would be on the other side of the firmament.
Well, no, he took it away in 1967, bro. Like, did you not get the New fucking Testament? The New Testament?
Oh, so first you're gonna deny Jesus, then you're gonna deny the firmament?
He didn't deny Jesus.
No,
What do you
I'm
mean?
not saying Jesus was just tired of the firmament, bro, because he's like, bro, look at all those pretty fucking lights up there. We need to
Well,
let
maybe
them
you
get a
get
chance
tired
out."
'cause you
Bro,
put him
why
in the
aren't you letting
cross.
God love us? He's just trying to love us and let us see cool shit, bro.
I just got off the phone with God. He said you're not helping our side of the debate.
Oh, I mean, my God.
No, wait, this guy's on your side of the debate? Oh no.
My
Oh
God,
no.
look.
No, he's
My
literally,
God.
literally just hit me up. He's like,
Usurped
yo,
your
bro,
God
this
shit.
guy is fucking
Sarah,
over.
can you
Why are
bring up that
arguing
picture for the audience?
Yeah, I'm working. on it. I'm
Where
working
where
on it.
hey
One second.
wait, I can't see this caller's name, but where did Jesus ascend to when he ascended?
Well, first he goes to Hades and conquers death by death, then he goes to heaven.
Oh, I meant.
Are you
I'm
doing
sorry. No, I meant
eternal
when he. No, I meant when he rose up. And remember when he like appeared to all the disciples and all the flames appeared on their heads, and then he ascended into heaven, right? Like, where is heaven in that case?
Beyond the firmament. Did you not hear anything that I said?
How do they get out of
No,
the
you
firmament?
you didn't say anything about the where heaven was. I'm
I
asking
didn't
you
say
now.
that. I didn't say that the firmament is the barrier between earth and the heaven.
Oh, I might have missed that. I apologize. Yeah, okay.
Of
So
course
you're
you
saying that.
did.
So you're saying that. Okay. So he
Listen,
broke
ice
through.
beans,
So he
what
broke
recipes
through.
do
So
you
he
know how
broke
to cook
through.
with
He
just
broke
iced
through
beans?
the. He broke through the firmament and went into heaven. Is that your point? So when we look up at the sky and we see stars,
This
like
has to
is
be a
that
troll.
is that are we looking at heaven? Are we looking at the firmament? Are the stars embedded into the firmament?
Flow State,
No.
have you seen this image?
I have seen this image.
Yeah, this is like, if you look at this, it's like Dave said, well, show me a set-like thing, and it's like,
quick.
what is this setup here?
Hey, real quick, I just have a question. Does the South, you were saying something about the Chicago World's Fair? Does the Southeastern Fair in this image have anything that you've researched yet, or no?
I looked up whatever the fair is that's referenced. I couldn't find any.
So I found I'm trying to download a guide here real quick.
Okay.
That it said, and it's like something I found an article that like saying this image is tied to the Southeastern
It
Fair,
could be. Yeah, it
which
could
is
be.
not the Chicago's World's Fair.
Sure,
And again,
yeah.
it says that yes, this is a miscaption. I'm currently looking through that to see if I can find a flyer.
That's probably I probably just misremembered
Yeah, I
that.
think I might be able to find the actual flyer. I found a news article actually referencing this.
Does this
from
look like a
the
fair?
From the Atlanta.
Does this look like a fair that you
Isn't
know?
he holding a funnel cake?
Well, so here's the thing. I found it in the Atlanta Journal and Constitution on
Look, there's the
Mondays.
reflective mirror right there by Vernon von Braun.
May I please? I found this. It says that the Atlanta Constitutional of Atlanta, Georgia, on Monday, September 1st, 1969, on page 16, fair to enact Walk on Moon by Diane Stepp, a detailed reenactment of man's first walk on the moon, including authentic moon surface with small craters and flat rocks. And a replica of the landing module will be a major attraction at this year's Southeastern Fair.
Attraction with no other photos.
Southeastern Fair opening September 25th. So
No
now
photos,
I'm
but
going
this.
ahead and look. Now I'm gonna actually keep looking into this.
I hope you find something. I just couldn't find any.
Yeah,
after
I'll
weeks.
probably end up having to get back to you, but
Yeah,
like,
hit him
you
up
said the
after.
Chicago's World's Fair.
Fair enough.
So like,
I'm
this is gonna be
fine.
something I'm probably gonna have to like do a lot of research.
Yeah,
I
it'll
think,
be fun.
I think it's
I'll-
like we should talk about the firmament more.
Wait, actually, before we get back into
I'm
the
still
firmament, I
waiting to
just
hear
want
how you broke
to.
through it.
Wait, hold on. Before we get back to that, I just want to ask Flow State. Do you just keep that hat around for
State?
when like you've got religious nutters who come in?
He's an empty theist.
Oh wait, you're muted.
You're muted. God muted.
I'm an
you.
agnostic who's surrounded by ortho bros. So
Okay.
yeah, I mean, I don't always keep it on handy, but it's just I'm always using it. Yeah.
Okay,
Hold on,
because
you
that's
phrased that wrong.
fucking
You're
genius.
You're
That's amazing.
agnostic
Sorry.
who surrounds yourself with ortho bros. Why'd you frame it the other way?
Touche. We're doing the same thing, saying the same thing.
By the way, just so we're clear, this is the actual original image that you posted, Jim Bob, with the original caption. By the way.
Okay. Is it wider?
Well, it's wider. It's like a lower quality. It appears probably from like film decomposition.
I'm just wondering why is it so dark?
Justin,
back
you
there?
do have a minute and a half left if you have any.
Oh yeah, go back to the firmament. Sorry, go back to the firmament.
On Braun's gravestone is another interesting
egg
thing.
Easter egg.
Yeah, it's the word.
Easter egg,
It's just angloids all the way down, man.
I'm still waiting to understand how NASA breaks God's barrier.
With nuclear bombs.
How would that work?
Have you Have you ever seen what happened to Hiroshima? That was a Christian city.
Have you ever seen when they detonated
That was
nuclear
a Christian
bombs?
city.
Have you ever
God
seen when they
forsaken
detonated
them.
nuclear bombs in the
They
sky and it made a
forsake
dome
Hiroshima.
shape?
They
It made a dome shape.
Yes.
You're just derailing talking about Hiroshima.
Because
Nuclear bomb detonations in the sky make a dome shape because they hit the
Because it's
firmament.
forsaken. The Japanese
Look.
are the chosen people of God.
Satan is the prince of lies, and he was tricking you with the dome bombs. We actually did break through. We used a couple, 2 or 3 nukes. It's not a big hole, but it's a hole.
Also, from AK-47s, the communists tried. They tried.
Yeah, but communism sucks, so they couldn't get through. Only capitalism prevails. Free market
All right,
capitalism.
W capitalism.
Any final words, Justin?
Nah.
All right, well, say goodbye to everyone.
Bless you.
Let's get Robert on stage.
That was amazing.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Can you hear me?
Hey.
Hello? Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we got you.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm for the pro-landing side, I guess, and I really kind of an issue with the anti-landing guys, especially Jim Bob here. Great panel, by the way. Thanks for having me on.
Dare you single me out?
Just from an argumentative / like polemics position, you guys are arguing against the consensus, and I'm not trying to make a fallacious appeal to the majority or the consensus that's been built around the moon landing, but just from an argumentation position, you guys are supposed to support your position. Really, the only evidence you guys provided so far has been like the photograph at the fair.
That's not true. I made an argument
from. Hold on. Let me make the point here. The photograph of Wouter von Braun, Nazis not being trustable, being part of all the government operations after the fall of World War II, their government's lie in general, the footage of India, footage of the original landing being bad, going back on promises to revisit, and that the data intake is.
We've got bad evidence from untrustworthy sources.
You slick.
Yeah, he's summarizing.
I understand, but you kind of missed when the head of NASA says we destroyed the technology and it's too hard to go back. That statement alone is actually inconsistent with everyone else who uses consensus to say, no, we still have the technology. So that's an inconsistency. Further,
okay,
hold on. You just rattled off a bunch of things, dude.
I don't need to support that one guy.
Hold on a second. I'm still adding more you missed out.
I was here the whole time, so I haven't
for all of the engineering feats of humanity that you know of, especially given technology, this kind of stuff. Is there any other example you can give where the technology capability went backwards instead of forward?
I guess you could say the internet, social media, access to information. The internet, social media, access
How has that
to
gone
information.
backwards?
Because our ability to communicate with people has generally led to
that's not a technology. Communication itself.
The internet is not technology.
No, the internet's no, dude. Listen, the internet is technology.
Yeah, it's technology for sure.
The ability to communicate effectively is not the same as the internet.
I know, but I'm saying that's
a total category.
That is the action that's tied to the technology.
I didn't ask about the action.
It's a nice armoire.
No, I asked about the tech itself.
I'm not sure.
The tech of the internet has only advanced in its capability. If that resulted in a lower,
yeah, but we don't. Wait, to just Jim, just to answer your question. Sorry, real quick.
I'm making a distinction. You shut up. I'm talking to him, not you, Ice Beans.
Sure.
Just get to the point about NASA.
I'm trying. Look, you just no. I'm going to expose something. Because you came in really confident here, but I'm gonna actually make a distinction. You don't want me to make the distinction because you know I'm right. Let me ask you a question. Is the technology called the internet enhancing in its capability? If it results in poor communication, more slang, inability to understand each other, does that follow that the tech itself, the internet itself and its capability, is that going backwards? Or are you saying the technology going forward actually results in our human incapability of communicating? Which is it?
What does it have to do with the price of tea in
because
China?
Because I asked.
You're supporting the one guy from NASA saying that the technology has been destroyed.
Robert, you're
spurging. I hear your point.
You're spurging. I asked for is flying to the moon
thanks so much for the
is
follow,
based
by the way,
on an
real
engineering
change.
feat of humanity?
Sure.
So again, I'll ask you.
I get what you're saying.
So I'll ask you one more time.
Thinking you're getting.
I'll ask you one more time. I'll ask you one more time. Is there any other technology that humans created?
Just notice this is a whole bunch of filibustering going on.
So you're not going to answer the question. You're spurring.
No, he won't.
I'm already answered. This is
so.
Do they teach these?
I'll ask one more time. You give it a second shot, Robert. Switzer. Is there any other technology you can point to that went in reverse in its capability over time?
Make your point. Let's say I just answered with something. Just make your point. What is your overarching goal with this line of thinking?
My point is that it's an anomaly for something that is the greatest feat in human history as far as technology is concerned, to not be able to advance exponentially in its replication. And it's bizarre because I always bring up the heart transplant at the same time, 1967, a technological feat that since then has been massively perfected, refined, and replicated. And yet you're sitting here going, the technology makes us talk dumb. That's your counter to my statement,
dude. You asked
dude.
for an example. I don't.
And
care
I
about
said
my
you
example.
failed.
My example
And I say you failed.
Or it could have been perfect.
And you failed.
I'll help you out,
failed.
Armoire. You could make a kind of an argument that our technology has deteriorated our architecture has.
But we could still do it again, though, right?
We could probably still do it again.
Yeah,
if we wanted to, which we didn't.
Dude,
but that wasn't.
With someone, they go,
it's still better than the internet.
Flow State, have you ever heard someone go, well, we made Ford F1. We made Ford. Sorry, the Model Ts. We don't do that, and we go. I go. Yeah, but could we? Could we
Do you believe the ISS is a real thing?
No,
We
yeah,
could
I mean,
if we
your
would.
point
We
stands. I was
could if
just
we
trying to help
wanted
him out.
to.
There's
That's
still better things
but
than the
you know
internet.
they won't accept that, so it's fine.
What's that? Ice Beans, you're rambling really fast.
No, it's I was saying that we
She's
could
still-
if we
she
could
continues
if
to
we
be
want
saying.
we could if we wanted we could
What are you chirping
recreate it.
about?
We could recreate that shit if we wanted to. We just don't want to.
We also
Everybody
erased
wants
over
to.
all the
Can I just
original
point out
NASA
here,
footage.
there's
Isn't that
really
weird?
no
Or the
proof.
moon landing
Sure,
footage. How we
yeah,
erased
no,
over
that-
all
Did you
let's
say-
move on to
did
the
you
next
say nobody
point.
wants to recreate the moon?
No,
what'd you
the
mean?
very specific technology that we used to get to the moon in the first
We
time.
don't want to replicate it.
The same
Yeah, I hate that-
the
I hate
exact
that
same
argument
the exact
altogether.
same technology.
Wait, Robert,
Just
you
like
saying
we-
you
just
hate
like we
Ice
wanted-
Beans' position?
Folding
Yeah, I
chairs
would
and
agree with
aluminum
that
foil.
argument. Like I can
Oh.
I don't
just say,
understand.
you point to this one guy, this one director saying, "Oh yeah, we destroyed the tech." You're pointing to like these kind of really unverifiable instances that sort of get
Well,
around. They dance around the issue at hand. It's
Have
not
you
really
seen anyone
saying-
else offer an explanation?
I know. He's just saying you're just pointing the head of NASA for.
Like,
50
if you have
years.
another
You're the
explanation
one
that you
has to
think is a
provide
better
evidence.
one, then
I'm not the one who has to provide evidence here. You're
Wouldn't
making the
Don
claim
Pettit be a
against general
good
consensus.
authority, Robert?
yeah, I think
Listen,
he's the best
fallacious
authority
code
we've
of
got.
authority
That
means
is
nothing.
you say
evidence.
that
You say
he's
the
not
general
there
consensus
anymore,
is
right?
against this guy. You say the general consensus is against this one director.
So why did the
So
tech
why
goes
is it that
backwards?
now
I'm still
I have
waiting,
to-
Robert.
Yeah.
Why did the tech go backwards? No
Let's hold
answer.
that
It's all right.
Here's
You
what
be-
we're
Not a
gonna do.
single
You're not.
answer.
No, they wouldn't accept it. They wouldn't accept any
Yeah,
evidence
because of
anyway. It's all
You
right.
don't
Pardon me
have an
for a
answer,
moment.
Ice Beans.
Let me,
Drink your
let
cranberry
me-
juice.
Robert, I'm gonna put you backstage for just a minute.
Cranberry juice.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're
Yes, it is.
actually.
You know what
We're
what cranberry juice looks like?
Yes.
I do
Oh,
wanna be
okay. What
clear.
does it? What does it look like?
Like cranberry juice.
Okay.
I do want to be very
What color
clear
is
here,
it?
Jim Bob. I have found another image
Okay.
from 1969.
Gotcha.
I maybe found a book and an author. I
Yes.
posted a link to Chasing Moon Book. It's
No,
a
bring it up,
documentary
dude. Bring
that
it up on
apparently
screen,
has
you
more
buttface.
images,
Good.
but a second image has hit the 1969 South.
Oh yeah, we won't accept that, right, Ice Beans?
Yeah, I'd love to
Well,
see
no, I'm
it.
saying,
Wait,
like,
prove
no,
me
I'm
wrong.
legit-
Prove me
I'm
wrong. That's what I'm trying to
legitimately-
say,
no,
you
no,
I'm
dumbass.
interested.
Bring up the
legitimately just
image
telling
on
Jim
screen,
Bob this.
Rezzy. Come
Listen,
on, what are you
Hillary-
doing?
Hillary Clinton.
What are you doing?
Shut up for a second.
Don't talk to her like that. I'll talk to her like that. She's like,
Don't talk to her like that.
Everybody shut the fuck up. We're gonna go into here's what
Don't
we're
you
gonna
talk
do
to her like
because
that.
it is 11:15 and I do want to respect the panelists' time. So in the event that any of you do wish to leave the panel, at least you have that option
I
going
got it.
forward.
Nah,
What we're
we
gonna
can-
do is we're gonna do our closing statements real quick. We're gonna read the super chats, get through them as quickly as we can, and then everybody that is backstage, we'll bring them on. We'll do open panel dumpster fire, and you guys can have all the fucking fun you want. I don't care. All right. Everybody good with that?
Yeah.
cool.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Flow state. And I swear to God, do not interrupt anybody's closing statements. Guys, I'm talking to you. It is
I
very
can't promise
Can't speak
anything.
for Rezzy.
I'll
bad
try.
form. Don't do it. I'll knock you out. Go ahead. Flow state.
I didn't interrupt any opening statements.
Praise
Let's see. I don't feel like I need to do a closing statement. I feel like it's pretty obvious that the moon is made of cheese. Mostly, I'm just looking forward to interrupting everyone else's closing statements now that Sarah told me not to. I yield.
Okay.
I'll throw you back.
I thought it was a fun conversation. It was spicy. I appreciate the two coming on and
It was
having
pretty
it
spicy, wasn't it?
Any interruption? Yeah. So, just so you know, I don't have this invested interest whether we went to the moon or not. I just don't think we did. I don't have like a flat Earth perspective on the world, and that this helps. I don't think I'm not arguing from that perspective. I just think that, like what Flow State said, it kind of does make sense that a government could invent a pretty crafty lie at that time, and given that the lack of technology, communication technology, that kind of narrative could go right into the living rooms of those American exceptionalist boomers, right in the TV tray dinners, right? And they're like, oh my God, we went to the hoodly daddle. And they wouldn't have any reference to say it was false. They didn't have the capability, and now we have technology to cross-reference, and maybe people take it too far in the conspiratorial world. I just don't think it's too far to question the moon landing of 1969. I think it's incompatible and inconsistent with every other technology that we know.
Thank you. Ice beans to you.
Yeah, fun conversation.
It was fun.
Perfect spice levels, you know. I would say honestly that oh god.
I'm leaving him back for the rest of it.
That's all. You can bring it back. It's fine. But honestly, you know, I would say that you don't. I don't think you need to be. I don't think you need to be a knowledgeable person to be able to look at what we have and say that yeah, we probably did go to the moon. I think that it's fairly easy to. Even if you could construct a way where, yeah, you could have faked this in your backyard with your, like, grandma's lawn chairs and all that shit, and even if India came out with a really crappy animation, sure. Okay, yes, but we're at that point, though. We're at that point, though, where this shit would be easily falsifiable just because we do have the technology to go to the moon, right? We do have the technology. You can't keep a secret like this and have it only relegated to the conspiratords on YouTube.
So that's the
right?
Manhattan Project.
Sure, whatever. Oh my god.
I'm just doing it, both of you.
But beyond that though, I would say that really you should just look at if you're talking about conspirators or whatever fucking else, I would just say what evidence. Yeah, it kind of goes back to what evidence would you accept, and like it kind of, if so far from what I've gathered on this panel, it doesn't really seem like any amount of evidence from any source whatsoever would actually satisfy you. So that's kind of where I land on it.
Thank you.
No pun intended.
I'd like to be proven wrong. Right here on this panel.
Jesus, this panel is shit. You all suck. Resi to you, please. I swear to God, the button is ready for both of you.
Don't no. Let them interrupt me if they wish, please. Just for me. That's what I like. George Bush did 9/11.
Gefilte fish.
Mazel tov.
George Bush did 9/11. Oh.
This was a great success.
I like Rezi. I actually like him. I hated him at first, and now I actually authentically.
Rezi's pretty likable. I'm gonna be honest.
Jim, I have to say this. I'm gonna be like, have seen this other image with regards to the argument that you made there, right?
Wait, the one you found?
Can you please bring it up on screen, you butt face?
I didn't.
Okay,
I couldn't
bro,
find anything.
I need to talk to you. No, this is a real thing.
I couldn't
Jim.
find anything.
No, Jim, I'm being completely serious. You need to up your rigor on research if you want to talk about that.
No, this is like years ago.
I
like
can
5
show
years
you.
ago.
I can show you all this. Like
He can show you the world.
Shining, shimmering
Oh no! Put them back in the love room, Sarah. Put them back with the music. That really worked actually the first time. Put them back. Put them back in the love hotel. Do it, Sarah. Do it.
All right,
Dude,
you ready?
look, space is Kabbalistic bull.
All right, Rezi. Finish your fucking statement.
That was my closing statement.
Okay.
No, yeah, it's really just no. I think one of the things that really frustrates me about some of these are it does reveal a lot about research standards for a lot of people, and I don't mean this as like a negative, but I do think we should all research things a lot more. And I think that it's something I would love to push. I think that's something that we need to respect ourselves. It's why I dislike conspiracy stuff, because we don't need a conspiracy to know that the world's out to get us, that there aren't people on our side, that there are people watching us. The NSA sees everything we do. The Department of Defense knows how much money you spend at the grocery store. All of these things are easily proven. They've tested on us with the Tuskegee experiment. They tested on us with MK Ultra. This is us against the world. It's just you and me, baby. What the fuck are we gonna do other than go ahead and learn?
We're gonna kill them all.
Okay.
The government knows when you masturbate.
Oh,
They watch you.
God, I'm uncomfortable.
Unless you put electric tape over your cameras.
Okay. Are we ready to get through these super chats real quick? And everybody backstage, please just hang out backstage. And currently, if anybody else is trying to get in, it is full backstage.
Is Harmon still back there? I want Harmon up.
Yes, Harmon. We've got backstage. We have Robert's still hanging around. Magic 7, Harmon Walker, Golden Renaissance, Adam Dole, Animated Effigy,
Dole in the
Mud,
house.
Zachary Hubbard, Uncle Fatty, and Osron.
Zachary Hubbard for real?
Is this
The
bad?
real Zachary Hubbard?
No, that's good. That's good. We want Harmon and Zach Hubbard.
Resi.
I don't know.
Oh, you get to
Let me
pick
see.
who
Is
you
this
do. You
the-
get to
is
pick
this
who
the
to
real
bring in.
Zach Hubbard? Is this who you're
It
talking
is.
about?
There he is. The man
All right.
in the flesh.
I'm putting you back. Sorry. I just
You
wanted to make sure.
just.
Could I ask
you
Resi
just
a
put
very
him
quick
back.
question, Sarah?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Very quick.
Just
very
a tip.
quick. Very quick. Resi, is there any conspiracy like thing that you found out that actually ended up being real, and you were like, "Holy shit!" Like, you know,
think
I don't
MK
know,
Ultra
ISS
is this.
Liberty.
Yeah. Okay. So the MK Ultra experimentations on autistic people and other people of mental illness.
Did they experiment on you?
Went to
He's
a,
not autistic.
This was years ago. I went to a place to do an exorcism.
It didn't work, did it?
It was really weird. I'm not gonna lie. It was just really weird. There's not.
Where's my holy water?
The Talmudic stuff. Like, yeah. I mean, you're. You know.
I'm onto something, aren't I?
Well, yeah. So, anyways,
Yeah.
So ending up going through that and actually peeling back the layers, and it's like, yeah, we were doing that shit in 1993. We were testing on like acid and drugs on children with autism that were in state institutions.
Lucky kids.
Why does NASA have an outreach program for autistic people?
But this is the thing. This stuff's on the surface. There are horrible things happening, and I think I want to focus on that sort of shit more.
Well, NASA has a very aggressive outreach program for autistic people, and that's weird, isn't it?
And you know what? If
Wait,
you needed
NASA?
money to fund something like MK Ultra, you know, just
Man,
think
everyone's
that would be-
interested in autistic people. That's not special.
Well,
I'm
'cause
still not
They're
interested
really
in
good
them.
workers, and they don't get jokes, so there's no wasted time.
Yeah, so like that's not. I guess that's not special. You know what I mean?
Well, you
Like
don't
why
need
is
robots. They're
why is NASA being targeted? You know what I mean? Like.
Well, they're exploiting retards.
Okay,
but
gotta get back.
All right, let me take control over you guys. 'Cause I'm apparently
How's that
supposed to
working?
be in charge of this. You are. I'm never putting all four of you on a panel ever again. This is terrible. All right, wrongful rage, come and interrupt if you want to say something. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep moving through them. I have everybody's super chats. Actually, Flow State, go ahead and read your cash apps. That way I don't skip you.
I already did it. I'm done.
Okay, fine. Good
I
enough.
think.
Resi.
I'll
and
interrupt if I get
Ice
any more.
Beans, anything going on over there? Okay. Wrongful Rage coming in with the Big Ten. I'm the fifth unseen panelist. I was in the preview in true super chat form. Bishes get stitches and put in post-ho ditches. I made it rags. I'm famous. Yes. Rude Mud Crab coming with the big two. Happy birthday, Resi. Is it really your birthday?
Absolutely. It's his birthday. Everybody wish him happy birthday.
Happy fucking
Happy birthday.
I'd sing you happy birthday, but I don't care at this point. Sarah Garner coming in with the big two. Girl, no. Plumpy coming in with the big five. Did you guys forget the magic crystals tonight? Yes, I think everybody forgot
No, I
them.
actually have a piece of.
I
Yeah,
have a-
we know that you had some
Don't
crystals.
show us that shape.
You're going into the
I have
crystal. Don't show the shape. Trib One coming in with their membership. A moon landing is estimated to cost north of 200 billion IIRC. That's pretty expensive in my opinion.
If I recall correctly, that's what that means.
Oh, thank you. I'm learning new shit every day from the young ones. Wrongful Rage coming in with the Big 10. Fuck, now I want cheese.
Cheese is great.
Chairman Meow coming in with the Big 5. Let's fucking go. Joe Cool coming in with the Big 2. Can't go back or won't go back. Fair enough. Albert, just for me to tell you to all fuck off. I hate all of you. Thank you, Albert. Wrongful Rage coming with the Big 10. Well, my favorites are Moon is a bell. We ring it with nukes to keep the space dragons at bay. Thank you, Wrongful. Austin coming in with the Big 5. I just researched this last night, says Bean.
Yeah, and I was able to hold up, I suppose. Makes you
Trip
wonder.
One coming in with the Big 2. Over under 25.5 insults from Christians on panel.
Actually,
I wonder
under.
if that bet came through. Jason coming in with the Big 5. Jim burning bagels in the office.
What's the
Get your
bagel
bagels
reference?
under
What's the
control.
bagel reference, Jim Bob? Oh, you're muted, bud.
As your lawyer, I think you should not answer that question.
Are we going to? I don't know if I want to hear the bagel reference.
No, we're good.
I wanna...
There's about 6 million of them, aren't there?
Oh no! Oh, okay. I understand.
Yeah,
all right. Okay. I get it. I get it. Okay.
Next
all right. That's all I needed to know. Yeah, that's
coming in with the big 5. You have the same look as Andrew, like you're about to cry, Jim Bob. And Albert coming in with the big 5 for me to tell you guys all you fucking suck again. Thank you.
Amazing.
Turquoise coming in with the big 5. I'm about to moon fat Eric Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. You all suck. Turquoise coming with the big 5. I'm about to moon fat Eric Clapton over there.
Eric Clapton. New one.
Wrongful Rage coming in with the big 10. Jim Bob and Flo working together is the team God wanted us to have today. Yes, this is quite an odd team. I would never imagine putting them on the same one. But
wait, is this the first time y'all have been on a panel together?
Normally
we're in opposition.
Oh, is that so? Okay, all right. Very cool.
Yeah, we came together just to smash you guys.
Diversity is our strength.
Yeah, no, that's great. I love it.
Wrongful Rage coming with the big 10. So if I buy space shit, can I pick up post hose and rizz their donuts like the aliens in the UFO? Probing time. Trib1 coming with the big 5. Ice beans, they don't believe moon landing is possible, which many experts have said is possible. That's the level we're on. Wrongful Rage coming in with the big 50. The other team is like, trust me, bro. Jim Bob and Flo are like, why? The other team gets indignant. Sarah Garner coming in with the big 2. Y'all can't tell me he don't remind you of Long Legs. I think she was referring to you, Resi. It's a movie.
It's a movie.
I don't watch movies, so.
Oh, it's a new movie too.
What about Schindler's List?
Oh my fucking
God! Look, he is a good sport. I love this guy.
Yeah.
He just.
Hey, yo! Thank you so much for the sub. I really appreciate it.
No, that's Einstein's Bagels.
You're all going to hell. Robert DeVita coming in with
Yo, Einstein's Bagels.
For this debate.
Fuck. Wrongful Rage coming in with the big 10. Rez, whatever the fuck, sounds like he needs a long nap with fish and dolphins. Oh my
God. What the fuck? Who the fuck is that?
That's terrible.
Wrongful Rage.
How do they know?
These motherfuckers have been talking about me and fucking dolphins, and it's a problem.
Rezi was canceled just the other day.
I swear to fucking God, this is my war to fight.
Finally,
I did not have sexual relations with that dolphin, nor that orca, nor that seal. You freaky sex freaks.
All right,
that would actually be impressive if you did, though.
Trib1 coming in with the big 5. When you don't want to give away your mind, could be changed. You're expressing that your mind can't be changed, or you don't want it to be, at least. Justin coming in with a big 2. Told y'all. Firmament.
Firmament culture.
Firmament.
God.
It's not even that hard of a word.
Firmament.
I'll give her a break.
I like perf. Perf sounds more fun. Confirmed. Naj coming with the big 10. Big ol'. Sarah coming with the big 2. He looks like he's poor. Thank you, Robert Demita, with the gifted membership. Naj coming with the big 5. The moon landing is real big. Oh my God.
Hey, Sarah, I have a question about one of those because, you get more content, people responding to some of them, is that I want to ask Rezi especially.
Better not be bagels.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Just hypothetically, if people in power knew we were confined physically but didn't understand what it was, I'm referring to like a firmament concept. Do you think it would be better for them to hide it from the public, considering maybe just they thought something would fucking go crazy, right? Like, I'm asking you a question. If granting all of that, would it be the right decision to hide it from people, considering what the reaction might be?
You have like so by the time that a government would be established, right? Like that would have to go ahead and lie about this would probably be around like the 1600s, you would assume, right?
Well, whenever they figured it out.
That's like probably about when like we're starting to see like our changing looks from like heliocentric models and other shit like that, right? Or like geocentric models and shit like that for like the largesse of like, all the tech that we do. Copernicus is like a good example. Once Copernicus exists, going ahead and describing all of that, which again, Copernicus was you know, not anything special. He was just like a rando. And at this point, the knowledge that we get from how Copernicus looked at all this would have been able to kind of fuck with the firmament thing. If it was an image, it would then be something that people would figure out pretty quickly, I think, at that point. So I don't really think I think
would it? No, I'm asking.
It would just be
if
like
it was,
we'd have
just
to
grant,
fight it.
No, just grant
right?
that. Grant that there is something that says, "Oh shit, you guys are all confined." I'm asking you a question about the response to it. Do you think it would be justified if people knew that to hide it from us lay peasants? Do you think it would be justified?
I think it would have to be like denying like the presence of chemicals. Yeah, maybe they'll deny because they're afraid of saying it. But like, you know, forever chemicals, like that Aaron Brockovich story shit, right? Like that stuff that causes cancer. At some point, it becomes undeniable, and like that would happen, I believe, relatively early on.
I thought I was drinking tonight.
No,
Jim
you know
Bob,
what
wait.
I
I actually have a question, like kind of.
You know what I mean
Do you
about,
think?
like,
do you think like because I think you're kind of leaning more towards like you would want the public to have that info, correct? If I'm
or not, like let's say they thought like, oh shit, we can't tell people this; they're gonna lose their fucking minds. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm asking from your point of view, if it were the case that they knew that, would it be the right thing to do to just not tell them at all costs, like, because they'll freak the fuck out?
Well, my question is that like my question to your kind of position is that they would be fine with having that knowledge, right? Like the public could handle that info.
No, actually not necessarily. No,
Oh, okay.
I actually don't know what would happen.
Bring us Zach and Harmon.
But I actually wonder that, though, just granting the hypothetical, I wonder if from someone's view that would be justifiable to think, dude, maybe there's some information the masses maybe shouldn't have full access to. We know that there's information if you have access to can hurt you. That's demonstrably true.
Let me say this, Jim Bob. I think that there are very few like freedom or liberty oriented, individualist oriented statuses that would ever say you should bogart any level of information.
I understand that exists.
I think that that's better off. I just think that we need to learn how to leverage those axes.
That might be true.
I think that kind of reflects in our society. We have freedom. The Freedom of Information Act is valuable for that. We do value this. I would say you're American, right? Ish.
Yeah, Italian.
Western, you know, like every Western countries have it. I think this is kind of something that we have a just general, like liberal West value.
What about like weird chemical weapons stuff? Like, is that justified in not granting to everybody? Like, I take that position. I don't think that everything.
You're gonna have it come up regardless if you just talk about basic chemistry that like without any other concept. If you're just talking about like. So, for instance, in chemistry of things like electrostatics, right? Like how bonding works and stuff. That's how bombs work. Is like, you know, things explode because oxygens get hemorrhaged from other things, right? Whatever. Okay, so that sort of stuff, oxidation processes, etc. We already have that. If you know how oxidation processes work, you would then be able to figure it out if you could just think about it a little bit, and it's not really hard because you just look somewhere else.
People in the back are starting to self-delete.
So
the question is there any information,
the question is,
Resi,
we have that information.
Is there any information worth not giving to the public? That's the simple question.
In my opinion,
anything you can think of that
in
is
my
not
opinion,
yeah.
Probably intimate sex details and videos.
We want those.
Of Destiny
yeah,
and Nick
Fuentes. No, wait, don't do about this. He did it non-consensually with some of his orbiters.
Do you think that happened?
Right.
Wait, do you think that happened?
Oh,
Do you think that actually happened?
Justin coming with a big two.
right
Still
now,
waiting for the answer, Ice Beaner.
I gave it. It's all right. If you didn't understand it, it's all right. Don't worry about it.
Rage coming with the big Ted. Dude, Rez, whatever the fuck were you spawned from a sea worm cause you a slimy dude.
No, he just fucks them. He just fucks them. He wasn't spawned from them. Don't worry about it.
Austin coming with the big 10. The estrogen is flowing heavily through Bagelstein.
Silverstein.
So, oh God, pardon me. Jess Gerald coming with the big 5. Let the men finish. And panel of blue balls is bad for debate.
It's all right. Once in a while, it's okay.
Flow State, is that you with a beard?
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, dude.
You kind of look alike, don't we?
I was like, is that me? Are you making fun of me? I was like, oh, shit. I was like, where'd you get
No,
that
changing my
picture?
avatar. It's like, holy shit, this looks like Jim Bob right now.
Yeah, it does. Same
Jimmy
mad
James
eyes.
coming with the big 2. What's the harm of pooping on the beach?
That's true.
Oh, brother, if you don't know the answer to that question, oh my God, if you don't know the answer to that question.
Super easy. So if you mix poop with sand, it makes soil, which will actually get washed away with the waves and stuff.
Oh,
So
nice.
you will cause erosion with that, and that's why we have sand there, because sand as small particles gets pushed in and out by natural processes.
Speaking
Amazing.
of in and out, wrongful rage coming with the big 10. Rez is the adult version of a crack baby, or is he proof of turd babies?
Amazing timing.
Sarah coming with the big 5. I can't tell if she has an accent or if she's just restarted.
I've just lived in many places. It's all right.
It's fair. Joseph coming in with the big 2. Worst moderating ever. Make the NASA people answer. No, I don't make anybody fucking answer. This is their panel to own. Jeff coming in with his membership. Beep, boop, boop, bop, boop, boop, beep. Wrongful Rage coming in with the big 10. Jim Bob, grab a rock, argue with it next stream, and name it Resbean. You'll get more of a combo there.
Oh, damn.
You should do that. That'd be funny. I'd like to see that.
Harmon, yes.
I smell a skit coming.
Yep. Harmon coming in with the big 10. Riddle me this, Batman. The actual time the Apollo 11 astronauts spent walking on the moon was 150 minutes. In that time, it is reported they took 1,200 of their 1,400 photos. Figure those numbers.
Hey, wait, no, wait, Razzie, I just want to answer this real. Oh, you can come in. No, you can come in. No, you can come in with your stats. I just want to say you have not seen my friend with a camera. Okay, how many selfies she's taken in a minute?
Oh.
Like, come on.
Yeah, so the cameras that NASA were using were actually taking pictures at every 2 seconds. So if you take the 150 minutes and like put that
So gay and boring.
That's exactly what he's saying. Bro, I looked this shit up. I'm sorry. Okay, that's literally a thing. They had every.
I heard you had sex with a dolphin.
I did not.
He did have sex with a dolphin. That is true.
I did not have sex with a dolphin.
Don't kink shame. Nobody's kink shaming here.
I'm not fucking dolphins, bro.
Ben folds 5 chairs, coming with a big 5. Good thing we have apples, so we can have the number 2. Thank God.
Exactly. And gravity.
Mike.
Dude, just admit it. You know what gravity is. Just bite the bullet.
I
Be like, I don't fucking know.
I literally can describe it like if it's like. Oh my God.
See, join us.
It's like, okay, no, it's not that.
Just
it's
say
that,
you don't know.
No, I have to describe waveform function.
Fucking
Yeah, no, you have to deal with no, you don't want him on your side. You will get this. This is. Do you want this? This is what you will get if you have him on his side. On your side. I don't know if you want that.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't answer. It's just fine. It's fine.
And density functions.
It's fine.
Mike coming in with the big 5. Space travel is fake and gay. Thank you. Justin coming with the big 2.
Smartest guy
Say
living sleeping on
Fable.
a park bench.
Unrelated. Wrongful Rage coming over the big 10. These people are costing rags money. Fucked up. Do you know things, or is it just blah 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 spurred? Wrongful Rage also coming in with the big 10. I'm a pipeline of free money.
Sarah, is this covering both of us? I don't want to
Yes.
miss.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay,
yeah.
great.
These are
I didn't know.
these
I
are
didn't
all
know.
mixed in. Yep.
Okay.
Naj coming in with the big 5. Are these 2 weetards seriously asking the question, why would a government lie?
Well, why would it?
I just think it's more terrifying when they tell the truth.
Oh, Lord. Matthew coming in with a big 10. Apples equals 2. Oranges equals 1. My math teacher was full of shit. He asked me what 1 + 1 is, and I said apples. Asshole gave me an F. He doesn't even know the basics.
The sad state of
Wrongful Rage
American
coming in with the big 10.
education.
Crack cells go up when Rez is in town. Justin coming in with the big 5. Jim Bob, start playing a guitar, bro. We all need it. Austin coming with the big 10. Yiddish boy and Airhead need to start actually making an argument instead of more assertions.
Oh, that's better than anything racist I've heard today. That's all right.
Not
Right.
really.
It's like
Not really, because it didn't make a value judgment about the.
Keep rolling. Keep rolling. We don't have time for this shit.
I killed Earl coming. I know our viewers are dropping. You guys suck. I killed Earl coming with the big 5. Your silky voice turns me into ketchup, Lady Mater. Looking lovely this evening as per usual. Hops into Crystal. Whee! Wrongful Rage coming with the big 10. Life, it's a mystical. However,
Life is sorry.
it's not.
Rez and Bean team are just dumb. No, the Nazi did.
Oh my God. Wrongful
got
Rage
you.
coming with the Big 10. Can I math my math into a reasonable position? Shoot, I've been more reasonable than half the panel. Looking at you, Rez and Bean. Matthew coming in with the Big 5. Bernstein shouldn't have any issue getting the funds to launch the JB to the moon.
Help me out.
Christopher coming in with the Big 10. How the hell did I end up in this corner of the internet? Best content in the internet. You're welcome. Wrongful Rage coming with the Big 10. Rez, you talk words, come out, but no sense follows. It's like listening to a toddler with its toy. Bo, ba, spittle, everywhere.
Yo,
Damn
thank
it.
you so much for the raid. I really appreciate that.
Rage coming in again with the Big 10. My God is the best. Jim Bob knows.
We're debating
says,
some.
pyramids,
We're almost
Jim
done,
Bob,
but
pyramids.
I see.
hang out for
Oh
a
my
bit.
God, we have to
Thank
do
you
the
so
rest
much for the
later.
raid.
Actually,
I really
let me
appreciate
How
it.
many of these?
How
Like,
many-
yeah.
I don't want to waste time.
Can
Go
someone
ahead.
shout? Can someone
Okay.
shout out that person?
Wrongful Rage coming. We're almost to the end. Wrongful Rage coming.
We're 2/3 of the
10.
way done.
If you didn't fucking interrupt me every time I started reading one, we could get through this.
Who's interrupting now?
Fuck you. Wrongful Rage coming with Big 10. India can't even clean a section
bought
of
it?
their
Okay,
country
thank you. I
with
appreciate that.
corpses as far back as the BC era. Why would I care what they say about the moon? Half the panel doesn't know what a post hoe or a Riz donut even is. Bonus, this panel brought flow state closer to God. I'm here for
No,
that.
it didn't.
Did it? Yeah.
It didn't. Crystals, Trump, whatever. Ha ha ha, you lost on your birthday, Alfred.
Happy birthday anyway.
Rez.
Happy
Actually, not my
birthday,
birthday,
Rezzy.
Happy birthday, Rezzy, 42 years young.
Not
Are you
42.
really? I was going to say, Rez and Beans duo is full of crap. I'd say a lot more mean stuff, but Rezzy's community is saying
Iconoclast.
it's his birthday, so happy birthday, dumb dumb.
Come
All right, the
meet
rest
you.
I'm going to hold until we finish off the open panel because these all came in post.
Okay.
All right, are we fucking ready?
Let them in.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
the monsters in.
Y'all give me fucking indigestion and all sorts of crazy, cringy ass
I'm going to
shit.
You got to take a shit now?
Oh,
you
I'm going to
got-
be real. I'm going to be really clear here, Jim Bob. Yes, there is a whole thing going on with the Destiny stuff. I already did like 8 hours of coverage of it before this today. I'm going to go back to that because I've got at least another 5 or 6, and I got 3 hours of sleep last night.
Can we open the doors?
So it's
Slice
there.
off sleep.
So it's there.
I appreciate you
Leslie,
guys.
say goodbye to everybody.
I was
Bye,
gonna
everyone.
say it,
Bye.
it is wrapping up. I am having
Bye.
a wrap up here.
It's fair.
So we'll
Wait, you
answer.
pussies are leaving?
Can we answer on your behalf just as like a parody though? If
Or do
people
whatever
come
the
in?
fuck
Yeah,
you
you
want,
can
man.
do what
I
you
don't
want.
Really,
I mean,
I'm just
man,
gonna
if I
be-
said
just
no,
gotta be
would you?
honest with you, I have been waiting on this.
I
for
will
years
participate
of
as
my
The
life.
Rock.
I hate. I guess that I know that you conspiracize about the moon. I conspiracize about a lot more than that. All right, right now my conspiracy comes true and yours isn't.
Did you just lose it norming and try to
I was-
one up us at
He just-
I was gonna say if you said no, you probably do it anyway. So that's
so
all right.
Ice Beans, do you debate feminism? Are you a feminist?
I don't know if I'd really call myself a feminist.
Oh, okay. I was just
Um,
wondering because you said you did politics. I wonder what your main focus is, just in case you know.
I do a variety stream. I would say that like political views, I'm kind of a lib.
Gotcha.
I'm kind of in the middle. My community is pretty well rounded, I would say.
Yeah, I would. I mean, I would consider a debate, but I don't debate women because they're not worthy to debate. So,
Yeah, that's fair. I understand that.
So, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I lived
She's
in
not
Saudi.
feminist with
I mean,
that.
I lived in Saudi Arabia for like 18 years.
So
I
you're
understand.
used to
I
it,
understand
right?
being a second class
Wait,
citizen.
do you,
Yeah.
Do you like it better when people think you're Indian or Saudi Arabian? Are you like relieved when they do one or the other?
I'm neither. I'm kind of from everywhere. If you want to
Oh,
say
okay,
anything, I'm like currently I'm an American.
Welcome.
Yeah. Well, I've been here for about 13 years, so it's fine.
Oh, how did you maintain your accent for 13 years? Is that willful?
It's funny because I've lived in a bunch of different places, so I don't actually know what my accent sounds like at any given point in time. We can chat later though if you want. I can hit you up if you're interested.
Let the
I-
girl go, Jim Bob. Are you exiting the panel?
No, I was just wondering, because
see.
I'm interested. There's a lot of people coming out of like Twitch politics, and I wonder if are they making their way to like YouTube or
Yeah,
and what
we're
are they debating generally?
no. Generally speaking, Twitch poll is kind of a dying beast,
Okay.
and so like a lot of people are transferring over to YouTube. I would say I
Gotcha.
don't really debate. I'm actually not like the spicier parts.
You should
of
join
YouTube.
Jim Bob's Discord.
I can't promise that. I'm already a part of too many Discords, but I'll subscribe and I'll hit him up. I'll hit you up too, Flow State. I'm sorry, Sarah. I'd love to stay, but I do have to pop out.
Fair enough. Wow, I enjoyed having you on Ice Beans. We're definitely gonna get you for some more.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Have a good night, everyone.
You're welcome. All right.
Okay, I'm still live. I do want to talk to Rezi real quick before I go off. Hold on. How do I get back? Oh, here we are. Oh my god. Okay, wait. Hold on. We've still got the fucking shared chat. Rezi. Yo, thank you so much for the follow, Indie Mobbin. Where's Rezi?
Bro, we're already in a call.
I know, but you weren't responding, so I called you on here.
No, we're already in a call on Twitch.
Yeah, I know, but that have you heard what we sound like on there? We sound like shit.
Oh, I don't care. It's StreamYards. StreamYards is like dog shit.
Well, it's not. I don't know if it's StreamYards or if it's Twitch shit. Okay, all right, okay. What the fuck was that?
Bro, honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm restarted apparently.
Bro, I literally gave up like 20 minutes in. I was just like, I can't do this. Okay, and I was just like, you know what? Let's just make him look a little bit like an anti-Semite, and he went with it.
Yeah,
I changed my last name 3 times during that. Did you see?
I did not see actually.
Yeah, I said Silverstein and Bernstein, and I think like some other sort of Steen over and over again. Yeah.
I did. Okay, I did see that. I did hear you make those jokes, but like,
yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. The last one I did was way better than that.
I mean, I think. Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Flow State, I completely like. I would say Flow State was kind of the person that I probably expected, but I should have. That's why I linked you Jim Bob before all of this, because Jim Bob.
Well, guess what?
Yeah.
Hey, Ice Beans.
No, I know you didn't have. I know you didn't have any time to like. I know you've been like very occupied by Destiny's cock. Yeah. Okay.
I'm just saying I fucked up, and I'm sorry.
Why'd you fuck up?
That one's on me.
No,
what
you're
did
fine.
I fuck up? I covered the Destiny shit all day.
No, you're fine. No,
Okay.
this is no. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. I think that
I think
like
it was fine. Doesn't matter.
No,
it's
no,
like,
no.
honestly,
I
it felt
just
super memey.
Well, it was me. I think we did the best that we could. I think though the problem is that when you have people like Jim Bob,
Yeah, there's
they're
no
gonna
like short explanation that like I would have to explain momentum, and
Yeah.
that's why I'm like asking you, what do you think about angular momentum? And I'm like, fuck. There's literally nothing I can do here.
No,
because I don't have the space or time to actually like go from the building blocks to explain how these things work, like rocket mechanics and shit.
Yeah, no, but
Because, they interrupted constantly.
No, I understand, but that's the problem though. Is that this guy, like, this is his strategy though. That's I guess my point. You know what I mean?
I know, but that's the thing though. It's like I stopped him on the one thing. I'm literally gonna reach out to him and just tell him to do better research.
Honestly, I wish you'd brought up that picture on stream. I wish you'd brought up that picture on stream.
That second picture, bro. I was sitting there just on the side for like 10 minutes and I found it. It's like that sort of like level of like slop reporting is really depressing and disappointing to me. You know what I mean? Like that's honestly, I think if anything, the one thing I'm getting really frustrated with, it's what I was frustrated with the Destiny shit to begin with, right? And I think honestly, I'm just getting reinvigorated into that sort of shit, right?
I guess my point is that like I mean I think that bringing up the picture would have been a good it would have been a good gotcha moment. You know what I mean? Because that's literally what they've been crying about all the whole stream. But yeah, I understand it.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. It's like at the end of the day, would it even matter? Because then they would
no,
just
it
come
wouldn't.
like
It
a thing
wouldn't.
like,
But it's
"Oh,
for
well,
the it's for the audience, right?
You can't see this in the. You can't see this in the. You know, there's no like pictures from there. The video is all outside, and it just has all these enclosed like areas and stuff. And it's just Oppenheimer. Why is no one else? It doesn't. It at some point it doesn't really matter. It's just game, dude. I don't know.
No, and like no, this is why though I went with this is why I went with the whole like there's no level of evidence that they would like even if you gave them the perfect evidence they wouldn't fucking accept it. It's not really for them. They're fucking lost causes, right? It's for anybody else who's watching. That's really it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's I mean I'm gonna be honest. I didn't realize how fucking anti-Semitic I could get them to be.
Yeah.
I'm actually like.
I'm actually surprised I didn't see more racist comments about myself on there.
Yeah, I think I tanked a lot of heat.
Yeah, you did take a lot of you absorbed the crackhead.
I'm not
like
bringing Lilith in. I'm not bringing Lilith in, Kano. Okay, shut the fuck up. Lilith is not coming in to talk. I do not care.
Oh God, no! It's been a day.
Yeah, I'm just getting started. There's a bunch of other shit happening right fucking now, dude.
Okay.
Like, what do you want me to fucking say? There's
God
more
damn.
shit. Like, Erudite quit the anything else part apparently of the shit.
The anything else? Wait, what?
Yeah, the anything else part of the
Bridges? Wait, anything else?
Not Bridges. She's still with Bridges, but she's not with anything else. That's the only thing I've seen.
Wait, hold on a second. I'm so sorry. What is anything else? Is that the Dan?
Anything else is Dan, Solomon,
okay.
and Destiny.
I thought I didn't realize that Erudite was a part of that.
Yeah, she was like helping recruit and all that.
Oh,
which is why Dan
gotcha.
blamed her in the one drama. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, I got like a ton of stuff apparently that has happened. Yeah, this is biggest drama in a while.
Yeah, I figured. Well, I'll probably go back to having my existential crisis and.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
For a bit.
Like I'll go over it real quick, even though I'm like totally.
No, offline. Like,
oh yeah. That's
real quick.
Yeah,
I want to restart everything. I want to restart everything, anyways.
Yeah, that's fine. We can do that.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just do that real quick.
All right.
And then we'll
Sounds
come back, do all the Destiny shit fresh.
Sounds good.
Guys, y'all cool with that?
Yeah,
right, fuck you, chat.
I like the shared chat. I'll talk to you soon, Rizzy.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Bye. All right.
Wait.
Oh.
I'm not
hold on.
done yet.
Yeah,
I just closed everything.
You just closed everything.
off.
Yeah, I'm still streaming though. I'm just still streaming though.
Oh well, then whenever you want to end, just call me back.
All right, I'll call you back.
Okay. All right, bye.
All right, bye. All right, chat. I didn't even raid. Oh no, wait, hold on, wait. He didn't even raid. Did he just actually? Okay. All right, chat. I really appreciate y'all hanging out. Thank you so much for all the support. Thank you, Rakasan. I really appreciate it. He exited OBS. He just like fucking clicked exit on the OBS. Holy shit. Okay.
Messi is a bastard.
Thank you so much, Rakasan. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the support that came in, all the follows that I don't think I missed any, hopefully. But that was fucking crazy. What was that? Now, hold on. Also, why can I not hear anything on my thing? Okay, so we are gonna raid. I'm very, very, very tired. Hey, thank you so much for the follow, Hyroni. I appreciate it. Resi refugees, you can come in. We will raid you over somewhere. Who would you like to be raided over to? That was fucking crazy. I hope I did okay. I feel like I could have done way better. I'm gonna be completely honest. I wish I had been able to do like at least like an hour or two more of research, but it was just not like it was not in the fucking cards. Do you believe in the Talmudic conspiracy? There were so many Jewish jokes. I don't even want to look at what's going on in that stream right now. That was a good debate though, even though it was cancer for most of it. Okay. Seriously though, who do we want to go over to? Do we have a preference? Okay. So wait, you're Saudi Arabian now? Hey, Lilith. I'm not Saudi Arabian. I just wanted to bring that up because, to reference, like, the second-class citizen. Regarding the panel, I'm sorry that happened. Amazing. Okay. I actually wouldn't mind talking to Jim Bob. I think I feel like he seems like a, better person to talk to offline. Gappy's on, but he usually ends soon. You know what? Gappy cucked me out of a wheel last time. Do we have enough people for a wheel? If we do, oh, we have 27 people. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm gonna do it, okay? Because really nobody else is on that I know, and I wanna go. I'll let y'all know when I'm streaming next on the Discord, okay? If you are not in my Discord, please hop into my Discord. Real quick, there's the link, okay? Be good. Yeah, be good. Thank you so much for the support. Gappy V. Stream 24 hours or you are soy. No. Okay, listen. If you have my emotes, okay, please go ahead and do the beans raid. Okay, that should be fine. If you don't have my emotes, you know what would be a good thing to ask? Ask him why he can't make cookies correctly, okay? Ask him, I don't know, insult him. Do something. Don't be mean. Come on, guys, get in there. 18 viewers? Alright. Be good. I love you. Bye.